Michael Thon. Head linesman Vicky Parody Day. The line judge is Bob Barbarisi, and the back judge is Wes Dower. At this time, the captains will be brought out to midfield for today's coin toss. For Pinkerton, the captains will be 23, Marcus Miller, number 25, Anthony Good, number 15, Thomas McDonald. The captains for Goffstown, number 34, Ralph Thompson, number 7, Marcus
I think Jeff Sammy Hager is going to have a good year. I really do.
As always, Scott Gross.
Alan, another great year for football, right? Excitement.
Excitement. You can smell it in the air. It's a beautiful 76 degrees. Sun is out. We thought we were going to have remnants of Dorian with rain and cold 60s. It's nothing like that. It's a beautiful day for high school football. Can't ask for a better venue.
And a nice crowd here at Goffstown High School. And, you know, I think this year the story for Goffstown, I think it's going to be a bridge year for Goffstown. When you look at how many seniors graduated, change in some key positions, all on the offense and defense. I think if you talk to the coaching staff, they say this is probably a rebuilding type year, but you never know. I think a lot of what's going to happen this year is going to be based upon the sophomore class.
Well, there's certainly a lot of sophomores we see this year, Scott, and you know, injuries could mean an awful lot with a lot of different teams. In years past, we've seen key injuries to Bedford's quarterback. We've seen injuries to our own. We were talking earlier with Milanis, and then all of a sudden somebody comes in, Adam Moses steps up, and he just jumps into the position. So, opportunities arise from challenges from within. So,
yeah, and I tell you, I think, you know, you got some strong senior leadership on the team. You talk about kids like Marcus Rush and Young and others, and I think that's what's going to determine how they're going to do. Are those seniors, are they going to be able to, you know, kind of rally those sophomores to play a step up?
Yeah. Well, just in about probably less than 1 minute, Scott, we're going to be able to see exactly what the Grizzlies are all about. Didn't quite see the coin toss, wasn't really paying attention, but it looks like from the unit that's coming out, it looks like Goffstown's set to kick.
Yeah.
Goffstown won the toss, but they decided to defer. Set back, Scott, for the Pinkerton Astros. Looks like Cole Yanko, number 9. Number 29 is Andrew Gilmet. Funny, Goffstown High School had an Andrew Gilmet in high school here.
I'll tell you, I always get nervous on these kickoffs, you know, because in one play, it can really change a game.
Set to kick for Goffstown. Scott, what's the number?
42, Kyle Pernard.
We have Kyle Pernard set to kick. Sophomore Kyle Pernard. That's cleanly received. He's across the 20-yard line, across the 25. He's down at about the 29-yard line. Pinkerton will take over 1st and 10.
Alan, that was number 24, Jeremy Hinault.
Jeremy, twin brother to the quarterback, I guess, Scott, right?
Yep.
We'll be saying their names quite a bit. Let's take a look at the offense for the Astros. Looks like quarterback number 10. That's Jeff Potvin.
No relation?
No relation. Never heard of him. Hopefully doesn't make a mark today, right? Handoff right around the backside. He's coming around the end. Has some blockers. Really nowhere. Wow.
Look at Capos. He was over there.
Nice tackle by Capos. And gain of about 7 yards on the play, Scott.
And also Hinault was on that tackle as well as Capos.
So let's see the running backs that we have here for the Astros. Looks like number 40. Right to 7. He's coming around the side. Cuts back in. Dragged down just shy of the first down. Scott, they're not going to have it. On the carry was number 7.
Another tackle
by
Hinault.
Day. Hinault racking up the tackles today.
So we're going to see a quarterback also playing safety today, so it looks like.
middle linebacker.
Let's see what Potvin can do. Under center, has 2 in the backfield. Right around, they're going to,
Nice tackle.
I think they got the first down, Scott. It's going to be.
Hinault, I think he's short. I think he's shy by about a yard.
Was that 59 on the carry, Scott?
Yeah.
That's 59. That's McDonald.
Calling out the
So Hinault is playing a rover type position, kind of a hybrid linebacker / safety position. He's made 3 tackles here so far.
Scott, they're going to measure this.
I think they're short. I think they're short by about a half a yard.
I think they're good. I don't know. I'm going to say that's good. You're going to go short. I'm going to go good.
Yeah.
Oh, Scott, take a look at this on the field. Scott, take a look behind you. Scott, look behind you.
Oh, wow. Only by maybe 6
Yeah,
inches.
you're talking less than 6 inches, 4 inches max.
So what do you do here if you're Pinkerton? I think you go for it, right?
You have to.
I think you do,
I mean,
too.
they've moved the ball for
right.
3 straight downs. You might as well go for this
They've
one.
been able to pick up, you got to figure 3 yards. So
Scott, take a look at Matt Dalton for the Grizzlies on the line. 52, that's a junior. 6'7", 258. On his left, 2 men over, is Capos, another big boy. We got some big bodies on that line. Potvin under center, has 3 behind. Handoff right up the middle. I don't think he got it.
I don't think he got it.
That's a big stop by the Grizzlies.
I don't think he got
no,
it.
he's still trying to move forward. That was number 48 on the carry.
Let's see. That's going to be really
McGinnis.
close. If he gets it, it'll be by a nose.
No.
So let's look here. We got a great shot here.
Where is that camera coming from? Because that's an amazing shot.
Yeah, the fact that they were able to call that a first down without bringing the sticks out.
Wow.
Little surprising there.
Yeah, Scott, that seems unusual. I mean, it doesn't look like the ball moved. All right, Potvin comes back for another set of downs. This time still under center, 2 in the backfield. Potvin hands off right up the middle. No, there's a
fumble.
ball on the field. Grizzlies recover.
Number 52.
That's McDonald. Not just a big body, but he has the agility. That's Dalton.
He
What did I
jumped
say?
on that
I
so
said
quick.
McDonald, yeah.
He
That's
jumped on that really quick. So
really
that's a
quick.
Big turnover for Goffstown here, Alan, and they'll get the ball at the 35-yard line of Pinkerton.
Great field position to start off in the fourth quarter with 10-17 here at the Grizzly
And
Den.
as you can see from the instant replay, there was just really of a muff in terms of that handoff.
That's terrific. Great coverage, by the way, in the studio with Goffstown TV. This is amazing coverage for high school sports. We got the zoom in on the cameras, we got the replay, and here we go with Hinault. From the shotgun, right up the middle, maybe picks up 2 or 3 hard yards there, Scott. That's number
23, Picard.
23 is Picard on the carry. He's a junior, 5'10", 176. We got 7 and 10. Perry is going to be the slot receiver. Number 10 is Jonah Lopez for the Grizzlies.
Another handoff up the middle.
Picard right up the middle, picks up some nice yardage on the play. He's going to be shy of about 1 or 2 yards for the first down, but nice position already for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, you're seeing also, I tell you, I have to be really impressed with some of the camera angles that GTV is providing.
This is incredible, Scott.
Yeah.
This is like Fox Sports.
So a short 3rd and 1.
Hinault, high snap, right up the middle one more time. He has to get across that 25.
He spun. Let's see what he gets. It's just going to be 4th down territory.
He's a yard shy of the first down. So we got another one to go. Scott, this is 4th down territory for sure, as you just said. We got to go for the 4th and 1.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to kick a field goal from here.
Looks like Brad Baxter, number 34, is in the fullback position.
with snaps.
Quarterback keeper, he has some room to go. Get across that line. He's tripping up. He's tangled. He twists.
And he gets it.
He easily gets the first down. That's 1st and 10 inside the 25 for the Grizzlies.
You got to look at this replay if we can show it. I mean, Hinault just spins.
Well, that was
a
spin.
out of that. Unbelievable.
That was
all Hinault.
Here we go.
Let's take a look at
Replay.
this.
No. Okay. Hinault with Picard still there, and Baxter in the fullback. Crowd quieted down. Right up the middle one more time. Nice leg tackle by 23 Astros. That's Terrio. He's a senior captain, number 23. That was a nice tackle.
Yeah, beautiful tackle by Terrio. If he doesn't make that tackle, I think he picks up probably another 7 yards.
Yeah. Number 11 has entered the game for the Grizzlies. That's running back Poyo. Uziel Poyo.
And he brings a lot of speed. If he can get to the edge, he brings a ton of speed to this Goffstown offense.
Yep. Incomplete pass. Pass was intended to Baxter. Oh, the Hanault to Hanault. That was 24. I'm sorry. The brothers trying to do some backyard action there and just didn't connect, Scott.
You know, it's always rough in our first game because we got all new players.
Yeah.
We're also not used to seeing who's going to be on the field. So look at Strickland down in the lower part of your camera shot.
That's a big kid, number 80.
6'5".
Bottom of the screen, 6'4", 198. Hanault in the shotgun, high snap, looking back. Right across the middle, there he is. Oh, pass is incomplete, intended for number 80, Peyton Strickland. We just mentioned his name. Incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
And Allen, on that one, I mean, that was a good delivery by Hanault, and that was a catchable ball by Strickland.
Coming out is Pinard. We're going to go for the field goal, Scott. We're going to get points on the board. Why not get 3 with just under 8 minutes here at the Grizzly Den? Grizzlies have a chance to go up 3-0.
It's a 42-yard field goal, though.
This ain't. Yeah,
this is no slouch kick.
Pinard with the kick. It's going to be short. Under the crossbar. No good. Astros will take over 1st and 10 with 7:56 remaining here in the first period.
Interesting there that you had Brady Day back underneath the
goal line.
Because if that was a short kick. If he catches
if it's even shorter, he can take it and play it.
He can play it. It's a live ball.
Yep.
Good play by Pinkerton on that one. A good move.
Caden Perry, number 7 for the Grizzlies, is going to be your safety, Scott. You mentioned safety earlier on. Number 9 in the cornerback position is Aaron Duvall, brother of Andrew Duvall. Wearing the same number. I like that, Scott. Potvin under center. Passes right off. Nowhere to go. Oh, he breaks the tackle. That's number 44 for the Astros. That's Evan Wilson. He's a junior, 5'9", 210.
So you're seeing a lot of sophomores on the field here for Goffstown. I'm looking at Duval especially playing corner.
Scott, look at all the weapons on the Astros, though. They've handed the ball off to about 3 or 4 different people already on one series. Heading out to the wideout position on the Astros, number 31. That's Zabriskie. Potvin under center, one man in motion. It's Day. Day's coming around the end. Hanault is there to tie him up, but finally wrapping him up. Looks like it's number 7 for the Grizzlies, Caden Perry.
But he picks up a first down on that play because he was able to break containment and get out into the flat, and that was after that. You got 7 or 8 yards. So,
but they did a good job. I mean, he didn't get no monster run, 15, 20-yard run. I mean,
one missed tackle, and that could go to the house. So.
Oh, sure. Potvin rolls to his right. He's looking right. Today, pass is complete. Nice tackle by number 9, Duvall. Nice shoelace tackle, they call that, Scott. Right at the knees, grabbed him.
What you want to see out of that play is you'll see that both Hanault and Duval, they each played the proper part of the field just in case he cuts back inside. So,
but just a good fundamental tackle.
Oh, my goodness.
Excellent tackle. Coach has to be happy with this.
You can see it right here. Just a great tackle by Duval, and Hanault was there to finish him off.
Number 15, junior Gavin Auger. He's in the wideout spot, the sole receiver. Potvin handoff to Day. He's up the middle. He picks up a good chunk of yards there for the Astros. They got a first down. They're approaching midfield.
Yeah, they're just attacking Goffstown on the run. I will say this, though. One thing, if you're a Goffstown fan, you should be pretty happy about is that they're making tackles. And those are fundamental skills, but, again, they're wrapping up pretty good.
6:13 on the clock remains in the first quarter here in beautiful Goffstown at the Grizzly Den. We can smell the den cooking up the burgers. Potvin hands off. Scott, who got that take? That was a pickup of 5 yards on the play. Evan Wilson again, the big fullback.
You got Hanault and Hager in on the tackle on that one. This is called grind out football.
Oh, sure.
You're not seeing a whole lot of passing.
Reminiscent
from
of the Exeter Bluehawks, Scott.
Yeah.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Let's keep the clock going. Let's run them down. Potvin with a lone back in the backfield. Keeps it himself. Oops, second try. And the number 2, he picks up yards. Shy of the first down, but that's number 2. That's Jacob Albert. He's a freshman, Scott.
Yeah, so if 24 Hanault does not make that tackle, touchdown.
Yep. But, the good thing is they are making the tackles, and they're making them the right way. So we got good coverage on the play for the Grizzlies.
What I'm seeing here also, Alan, is Goffstown starting to rotate. some of their linemen are going both ways.
Well, they're going to get tired.
Right.
I mean,
so they're substituting in and out. But what I'm seeing so far is that our defensive line is not making a whole lot of tackles. So you're seeing a lot. The rover or the safeties are making tackles, which means that you're giving up 3 and 4 yards at a shot.
Handoff by Putnam. Ball's loose again. Grizzlies pick up. Grizzlies take over at the 45-yard line one more time. Turnover. Coughed up by Terrio, number 23.
That was a hit. Hopefully we can capture this on a instant replay.
He's grabbing his knee. Oh, he's limping off the field.
Take a look at this hit by number 3. That was Jarrett Hanault.
Jarrett Hanault.
He lays a licking on that one, forces the fumble, and Perry picks it up.
That's senior, number 23, Marcus Terrio, injured on the play. He's being treated by the trainers right now. Grizzlies offense is going to come to the table here at 5:04. Marching down the field one more time, try to get some points on the board.
Yeah, so the story right now, 2 turnovers by Pinkerton. They've been moving the ball against Goffstown on the ground, no doubt about it. Let's see if Goffstown can capitalize here. They start off at the 45.
Big pass going deep. Had Hanault. I'm sorry, that was Caden Perry. In his numbers, he just dropped that one, Scott.
It's kind of like, I got to tell you, we had chatted before the game. I went to the Jamboree, and one of the concerns that I had for Goffstown was the ability to catch the ball. And so far today, we've seen 2 drops. And
boy, I got to tell you, that was some good coverage. At the end, he finally got some separation, and the ball was right where you want it to be.
Hanault's laying it where it needs to be. These
Absolutely.
guys, they gotta catch it.
In the backfield with Hanault. Handoff. That's 23. He's across midfield. Picks up a few more yards. He's going to be 3 yards shy of a first down. That's 23. That's Picard on the carry for the Grizzlies.
What an effort by Picard.
Looks like he's getting most of the action today.
That's a little surprising. I thought Baxter was gonna get a lot of action.
I agree.
But
I thought
Picard,
the same.
He eluded 2 tacklers on that one play. So now we got a 3rd and 3. Let's see. This would be a quarterback.
Just under 4.5 minutes
option
here in the first quarter, Scott. We got 3rd down, 3 yards to go. I like the Hanault keeper on this play. Nope, right up the middle. Nowhere to go. He's actually brought back. He's lost the yard on the play on the carry.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on that one what was available because he made a really quick decision on the option to give it to the running back.
A lot of that position, Scott, I think is a lot of like disguise and
right.
And, in years past, it seems like, that's something you got to work on. I mean, that doesn't just happen. Set to kick for the Grizzlies. Ben Hamill, he's a senior, 6'1", 251, number 83. Saw him in warm-ups, he can kick this. That's a good kick. All the way down to the 15-yard line. That looks like Day on the carry. Was that number 7? That is Brady Day on the carry. Astros will be 1st and 10 at about the 31-yard line. Grizzlies, they're keeping the Astros in check, Scott.
I would agree.
They haven't come over midfield.
On that punt, I don't know who the long snapper is for Goffstown. We'll get his name, but nice snap. And
what was his number? Did you see the number?
I did not see the issues. We'll get that. We'll make sure we acknowledge, but really good snap. And you'll recall last year we had issues galore.
Oh, yeah, high.
Yeah.
Through the end zone. Yeah, we had a couple of those.
It's a really, really important position.
Scott, for week 1, we got a good crowd.
Yeah. We got to see Pinkerton. They came. They came traveling.
Good traveling team. Potvin under center. This time faked off to Day.
And that's where you got Lyman in on the tackle, 58.
That looks like Evan again. Was that 31 or 40? Was that 48 on the carry? Yeah. That's McInnes. They got a lot of personnel to use, Scott.
So Kapos really nice tackle on that one. So when your linemen are making tackles, that's a good sign. That means that you're only giving up, maybe 1 or 2 yards. When your linebackers are making tackles and your safety, a little different story.
Potvin looking for the pass. He's going downfield. He's across the middle. Pass is incomplete. Closest person to it was Duvall, number 9. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
I like what I'm seeing out of Duvall. You
good
see the
coverage.
speed there? No, not only was it good coverage, you see how quickly he broke to that ball?
Well, listen, he's a Duvall.
I understand.
The first Duvall was Alex. We called him Flash.
Yeah.
He was not slow.
Man, good genes, right? Good
genes is right. That Duvall family, they can all run.
But I really like the way he's cutting to the ball. And this is what I was talking about in terms of the the sophomore class, can they hold their own? So far they are.
Potvin looking to pass, fakes the pass right up the. Whoa, nice little trick play. Brought back by the Grizzlies defense right to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, so on that one, he hands it off to the fullback. So it's like a delayed handoff to the fullback, but that didn't do a whole lot, and we're going to see another punt.
We're going to see a punt. Set back to receive is number 7, Caden Perry. He's a sophomore. Interesting. I mean, this Perry kid has to be, catching the coach's eye, Scott. To be a sophomore, this is a big position on a football team.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of trust. He must have seen this kid catch the ball. Surprising.
This punter is good.
Let's see where this kick goes.
They're playing short, Goffstown is, on the punt.
We got a lot of good coverage. High, not far at all. Not even going to make midfield.
Almost got to stay away from it. Yep. And you know what? This happens to Goffstown all the time in terms of short kicks that seem to go 15 yards for the opposition, and we don't always get that bounce of the ball.
At 2:05, Grizzlies will take over 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
It's so
Scott,
difficult.
what was the number of the kicker on that? Do you know who got that for? Was it 46, Bates?
The punter?
The punter?
If it's 46, that would be Picasso Bates. Yeah.
Picasso Bates, okay. All right, so we got a Poyo next to Hinault. Let's see what we can do. Grizzlies have a lot of personnel. Hinault looking to pass, looking right, going deep. A lot of coverage. Pass is just off the fingertips. Pass intended for number 24. That's Jeremy Hinault. They're looking for some backyard action.
Exactly, and you know what? When you think about it, if you're brothers, right, you should have your timing down, Pat.
Well, there's a certain connection. You kind of know when each one's going to zig and zag, and your brothers, your twins. Interesting to see that combination this year, Scott.
Neither team has really, been able to break anything deep.
Hinault passes off to Poyo.
And he gets wrapped up by 44.
I think maybe he leaned forward and got an inch or two. Or
Evan Wilson just did a really masterful job there, eluding a block.
Yep.
And he was almost in the backfield. So,
Scott, that brings up 3rd and long for the Grizzlies. We're about a minute 40. Clock is still ticking.
I still think that, Strickland is going to be their threat in terms of wideouts, number 80.
I like the slot receiver, number 7, Perry. I think we're going to see something from him today. Hinault looking to pass.
Here comes a blitz.
3 steps, moving to the right, rolling right,
and he throws
passes
it in the ground.
low.
Yeah, so that was a blitz by Pinkerton.
Again, to Picard was intended, but he was on the run. We've talked about that in the past. It's not an ideal position for a quarterback to be throwing from.
Yeah, we were just chatting. It was like debatable. Was that a screen play? So it'll be another punt.
Ben Hamill comes out for the Grizzlies as the punter. Set back to receive is Day and Albert.
See, they're also playing pretty deep, Pinkerton. That'll be quite a kick if you can get it there.
Snap on the ground. It's going to bounce quite a bit. Day will pick that up. On the coverage is number 32 and 24.
Great play.
And
Wilton Geisenheiner made an unbelievable play right there.
I wanted to say that name.
Yeah.
Geisenheiner.
Yeah.
Love that name.
That was a great special teams play by Geisenheiner.
Look at him finish it off.
Beautiful. Held him up, and 24 finished him off. You can't get better on special teams, my friends.
Nope. First person, slow him down. Second person, finish him off. Grizzlies doing a good job on special teams so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like we got some. That looks like Londonderry is here to visit.
Yeah, Londonderry's doing some scouting.
Yep, they either have Pinkerton or the Grizzlies next week. Not quite sure on our schedule. Just at the 1 minute mark, 1 minute 9 seconds on the clock. Baxter looks hungry. He looks eager to get in there. Potvin under center, fullback behind. Right up to the fullback, right up the middle.
I like that play because what was happening was Goffstown's defense was kind of keying in on the running back, not the fullback.
Right up the middle.
And good play call by Pinkerton.
Caden Perry finally gets a tackle for the Grizzlies to slow down the fullback for the Astros. Brings up 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was a great run by Pinkerton.
Set out at the bottom of the screen is number 15. That's Auger. He's a junior. Potvin under center to Albert. Albert coming across. Hinault on the tackle immediately. 76 on the helper with, that's Belanger on the assist on the tackle.
Jared Hinault, I don't have stats up here, but if he has not done 5 or 6 tackles, I'd be shocked. I mean, he has been all around the ball.
He certainly has a nose for the ball. He's finding the ball.
It's crazy. So only about 33 seconds left in the first.
Potvin will get this one off. Has a fullback right off to Day. Day coming around the end, trying to push back. I saw a face mask.
Face mask. You're right.
I didn't see a flag, but we saw it up here.
I did see it up here too, and
I think maybe because he didn't curl his fingers.
Right, no, he just touched it. Yeah, he touched it. See if they get another playoff. There's only
I don't think so. 10
11.
seconds. They're not going to come out of the center. They're going to let this one go. We're going to have a little bit of a short break, and Astros will be 3rd and 8 to start the second quarter.
And that'll do it.
Scott, that was a pretty fast-moving quarter.
Yeah, very fast-moving because there was a lot of running plays by Pinkerton. And for that matter, I think there was only 2 or 3 pass plays for Goffstown.
Yeah.
So
I think the takeaway there from the first quarter, Scott, is the 2 turnovers. Pinkerton turning over the ball twice to the Grizzlies, all within about maybe 20, 30 yards of the midfield. We didn't really see either team make any more progress or any deeper progress than the 30-yard line.
True, but I thought that if I had to give an edge in the first quarter, I got to give it to Pinkerton because they had so many more first downs than Goffstown did.
Time of possession, Scott.
Right.
Just look at time of possession and how many first downs they made on some big plays. Not spectacular, huge plays, but good enough to get 7 yards, 8 yards, or even 10 yards on that running play. The last one we saw.
It looks to me that Pinkerton is very content with trying to grind it out, run, and maybe they'll break one. They haven't shown that their quarterback is going to throw a really deep ball. Whereas Goffstown looks like Hinault was not afraid to throw it deep. We had a couple of drops, but
Scott,
they'll throw it.
That's what's great about the Goffstown offense and the coaching is that they're not afraid to use the quarterback in a throwing position or a running position. I like to see that. You got some teams that are afraid to throw the ball or they just don't by the nature of their offense. Imagine how boring this would be if all we did was call a running play every time.
Yeah, no, true. So, again, we're seeing some different looks for Goffstown's defense in terms of the line because they're trying to bring and keep these guys fresh because some of them are going both ways.
Interesting to see. It's neat to see Potvin on the back of that jersey, Scott, even though he's on the Astros. It's neat to see the name, right?
So we got a 3rd and 8 coming up here. Right in front of us.
Fresh new 12 minutes on the clock. Potvin going around. He's got it to Albert. Albert comes around. He's got a gap. He's over the secondary, and he's dragged down finally by number 9. That's Duvall. He's across midfield at the 45-yard line.
The first down. That was like a counter-type play. Let's see if we get a replay. If we can't get a replay on this one.
Yeah, he's got some wheels.
So the play kind of goes one way and then reverses direction. And look at number 2. He just takes off.
Yep, he's into the secondary at that point.
Not by a great tackle by Hinault.
Yeah, he just missed him. And then Albert finished him off. But
that's what I was saying before. They're content with running the ball, and if they can break one, touchdown.
Yep.
I'm
sorry, Scott. That was number 2 on the final carry. That was Cody on the tackle.
Yes.
Sophomore. Potvin under center, big fullback in the backfield. Handoff right up the middle. Oh, you could hear the thump of the ground when he landed on the ball.
So who do we give kudos to for the first half? How about the coaching staff on both Pinkerton and Goffstown? I didn't see any laundry on the field.
No, very clean, very disciplined.
No. For a first quarter, first game, no laundry.
You remember the game that we saw 4 punts, I think?
I know.
They kept throwing the flag and throwing the flag. I mean, we've seen a lot of laundry on this field.
I think that's a testament to coaching staffs that their players are prepared.
Potvin, Day in motion, right fullback up the middle. Dragged down immediately at the line of scrimmage. That's who grabbed him right there, Scott?
I'm trying to see.
32. That's Baxter. No, I'm sorry. 32 is Geisenheiner. Had him by the ankles immediately. Scott, was that Geisenheiner?
I don't think so.
No, so it was Baxter. 32, 34? No, 32 had him.
32, okay.
Yeah, I was right. Clock is going 3rd and 3 for the Astros.
But this is where the Astros have been like all game long.
And this is where they've turned it over.
And they've turned it over, unfortunately. But
Potvin today, he got a fumble again, Scott.
He recovered himself, but it'll be a first down too.
Yep.
So he
recovered the ball and got the first down for the Astros. Fresh new set of downs with 10:05 on the clock in the second quarter.
He breaks into the hole, and then number 24 gets in on the tackle. Scott, that was Hinault.
That almost landed right in Perry's hands. I mean, that's.
But, fumbles just don't happen by accident. if you're looking where Goffstown is wrapping these guys up, right, and they're going for the ball.
Sure.
So, that's also coaching and your players attacking the football.
McGinnis is the big fullback right behind center, under center. Potvin, this time it's to 44. That's another big body for the Astro.
And that
There's
was
Evan Wilson.
77 for Goffstown, George Pierce.
Tackled by number 43, Jeff Hager. Gain of 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 9
So it'll be 2nd and 9.
from the Grizzlies' 32-yard line.
Number 1 is on the field. What's that?
So here we go. It's like you got a lot of different players for Goffstown in terms of the
personnel?
defense. Yeah, the personnel keeps on shifting.
Potvin faked handoff, this time right to Albert. In pursuit is Baxter. Poyo with the
Whoa,
drag
what a
down
tackle.
at the 31-yard line.
We got to see this one again.
That's a great tackle.
Poyo just
Tackled by number 11.
yanked him
Oh,
down.
here we go. Yeah, watch this tackle.
Gain of 1 yard on the play.
If he doesn't make this tackle,
Yeah, he's got another
it's
10
trouble.
yards.
Because Hager, I don't know if Hager can get to the corner.
From the Grizzlies'
That's a great tackle by Poyo. But again, the Grizzlies are containing the Astros. I mean, this isn't a walk
Right,
in the
they're-
park by
but
Pinkerton.
Pinkerton is very content, grinding it, getting 2, 3, 4 yards a run.
Potvin to McGinnis. Nope, faked. He's going pass. He's looking left. Pass is incomplete.
He caught it.
Oh, he caught it for
He
a
caught
first
that.
down.
Number 25.
Number 25 for the Astros. That's Trent Ludick.
And he threaded the needle. If we
Yeah,
could,
that was
I
a
don't know if
good
we can
pass.
see this one again, but it was perfectly thrown. And it looked like it was going to get intercepted, to be honest
Yeah, it
with
really
you.
did. That's a good pass
But
by
a great,
Potvin.
great pass. Nice replay there by GTV.
GTV coverage is gone up a notch. Every year that we've done this, Scott, it's gone up a notch. Potvin with McGinnis.
And then he's grabbed.
That's
Quarterback is pulled
Albert.
down by number 52, Matt Dalton. And Matt Dalton, that was a one-handed tackle by Dalton. He grabbed the jersey and kind of threw him down. But, I think when you're, 6'7", 258, you have the ability to do that.
2nd and 11 from the Goffstown 40-yard line.
So Kapos is back in the game. He's playing defensive end position, number 58, number 77. George Pierce is over the football.
Potvin to Day. Day cuts back into the middle. He's into the secondary.
He's got
gonna-
daylight. That's a touchdown,
Yeah,
friends.
that's an easy walk. No flag on the field. That's 6 points for the Astros. 7:28
And that
in the
was
second quarter.
That was a combination here. You'll see that he had a really wide open running lane, and I think we had one slight missed tackle, and that's all it takes, And maybe Pinkerton's theory here is let's run, and kind of wear him down.
Yep.
But he was just, again, when you run between the tackles like that, all you get is a little bit of daylight, and you're going to score.
Brandon Roy is the kicker for the Astros. He's going to go for that extra point.
So give credit to Pinkerton there. I mean, their offensive line.
Well, they stuck with it. They were disciplined.
They're disciplined. That's exactly it. And they created a really big hole on that last play.
They're going for the extra point for sure. Number 6 right away. He's the kicker.
And how many guys they have in the field here? 1, 2. I don't know if they have 11.
Set to kick. Plenty of leg.
Wow.
That's a big booming kick. That's deep in the woods. That's in like tick and triple E zone.
So
I mean, you're going to get triple E going after that ball.
So what tells me there is that if Pinkerton gets the ball to the 20, 25-yard line, they should be kicking.
That kid's going to kick from the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great.
That kid has plenty of leg.
Yep.
And did you see the size of him?
Yeah.
Number 6, Brendan, he's 5'5", 140. Scott, I think that's like my left side. I think if you cut me in half at a cross section, that's like half of me.
Yeah, but I think his right leg is equal in size to your whole body.
My gosh.
As he had quite the boot there.
Excellent kick. What year is – he's a senior. I wouldn't be surprised if he kicks in college somewhere, right?
That was a really good kick on an extra point. So let's see what he does here. Roy same person will be kicking off. I always am curious, because Goffstown always has this kind of razzle-dazzle type of thing.
Yeah.
And what do these teams do to prepare? Because if you're an opposing coach, after a while, you're like, enough is enough.
So, well, let's see what the personnel is like for the Grizzlies set back there. We got Poyo, we got the legs. Lopez, we got the legs. Perry, we got the legs. 24, Hanault, we got the legs. I mean, this is definitely a fast receiving core to return the ball on special teams. Let's see who gets the call.
Or do you just kick it short, which is what they have been. A lot of teams just kick it short to about the 30,
that's
20, 30
how
yard
you
line.
play the razzle-dazzle, Scott.
Yeah.
You just take it away from them. And just like that to Baxter at the 35. Down at the 33-yard line. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 with 7:24 remaining in the first half here at the Grizzly Den as they trail the Pinkerton Astros 7-0.
I like that kickoff because it really is no harm, no foul. You're kicking it. You're not kicking it high to set up a return. You're kicking a line drive.
And Scott, you're taking away the big play up the sideline.
Right.
And you're taking away the razzle-dazzle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to work the first season or so, right, until everybody gets you.
Yep. So let's see what Goffstown can do on offense to come back from a Pinkerton score here in the second quarter.
Hinault with Picard. At the bottom of your screen, number 7. That's Perry. Picard gets the call, wrapped up right away by number 80. Is that 80, Scott? That's Jackson Davis.
Yeah.
6-foot junior for the Astros, wrapped up immediately.
I thought we would be seeing more Baxter. I kind of did.
Well, he's a big body. He's more of a fullback, maybe.
Right, and he's also playing
linebacker
too. But he's there. He's playing fullback.
We got Lopez and Perry at the bottom of your screen as wideouts. Hinault looking to pass. Pass is wobbly, but it's complete over to Lopez. He's dragging the pile. Picks up 7 yards on the play, Scott.
Yeah, so Lopez there, he gobbled it, but he was able to corral it. I think he picks up about 5 yards on that. But you'll see here on the instant replay,
that was bobbly.
It was behind him a little bit.
Yeah, that was all Lopez to bring that in. That's good. Good heads up on the wide receiver to go towards the ball. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. So we go towards the ball.
So we got a 3rd and a long 6. Let's see if they're going to pass the ball again. You definitely know there's a kind of an affinity between the two brothers, for.
Well, it's certainly been his biggest target today. Hinault.
High snap.
Picard, right up the middle. Pass is intercepted at the 44-yard line. Pinkerton Astros will take over. On the interception is number 28. That's Robert Leake. He's a senior, 5'10".
So that's one where you're going to want back if you're Hinault, because he sees the pressure and he just threw it.
Yep.
And he'll see the game film, and his coach will say, you know what, either take the sack,
or
throw it out of bounds. Don't force it.
Scott, interesting you just said that, throw it out of bounds. Very, very few high school quarterbacks, I think, have the composure to sit back in the pocket, take a peek. If they got nothing, throw it out of bounds. You rarely see that in high school football.
Well, on that one, the snap was high, so Hinault had to grab it, and then there was somebody right on him.
Potvin to Wilson. Tripped up for a little bit of a gain, marginal gain, maybe a yard or two on the play. That's about it. That's going to be a 2nd and 8 with 5:50 on the clock in the first half here at the Grizzly Den. And Scott, dare I say, I think it's getting a little bit warmer.
It is getting warmer. I liked Pinkerton on that one play. One of the linemen, Brady Durazano, he was playing till the whistle. He was pushing Caden Perry around, and right before the whistle, that's how you play football.
Potvin set back. He's looking left. He's going deep. He has 37. Colburn. Pass is complete up the sideline. That's a touchdown for the Astros, and there's no flag on the field. Astros go up 13-0 right before the half. 5:30 on the clock.
He's hurt, unfortunately.
Well, he was dragged down. It was good. Good tackle right before the goal line.
So if we see here, clearly Hinault just gets beat on that one. We can't see on the replay what happened here, but I think he just gets dragged from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep, exactly. He might have pulled like a calf muscle.
I don't see
on that one.
Is the trainer looking at him? Because he's still on the field.
Yeah, they're coming down.
Was she coming from, New Boston?
Nope. She was all the way on the other side of the field.
Oh, okay.
But on that one, it's like Hinault just got beat. It was just, I think that was just like the route was just, he was going to go for the end zone no matter what, and I think Hinault just was turned the wrong way.
5:30 on the scoreboard in the first half, Scott. Interesting. All of a sudden, one play, and now it's 13-0.
That's all that it takes, and you know what? If you're Goffstown, you got to be a little bit concerned because your offense hasn't done a whole lot. I mean, I think your defense has pretty much.
The defense has been
pretty solid.
Special teams have been solid.
Yeah. So it's just offensively that they just don't have any rhythm at this particular point.
On the touchdown, Scott, for the Astros, that's Connor Colburn. He's a senior. He's 6'1", number 37. That was a nice catch. You dragged it in, and
and part of it, Alan, is if if you don't have the ability to, if the other team is not defending a pass, then they're going to key in on the run. And I think that's what we're seeing here.
And you're going to create separation
right.
if you get some
so
speed.
We're going to have
there.
to open up the passing game a little bit. Here comes the extra point.
Here comes Roy for the extra point. Bring up the Astros 14-0 right before the half. That one is vastly different kick, but it's good.
Yeah.
Didn't quite seem like he had the leg. At 5:30 remaining in the first half, Astros take a lead of 14-0 over your hometown Goffstown Grizzlies here at the Grizzly Den, brought to you by GTV Sports. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast and all the treats that we have along with it. The graphics, the replays. I mean, Scott, for high school football in New Hampshire, I don't know, maybe we're patting ourselves on the back, but I don't know of any other coverage in the state of New Hampshire with coverage like GTV Sports.
You're almost like shameless self-promotion here.
It's absolutely shameless self-promotion. Until somebody can show me a better production from beginning to end, I think we got it.
So much credit.
I think we would get the New Hampshire Public Access Emmy. Do they do Emmys?
I don't know. Maybe we should nominate ourselves.
Let's nominate ourselves for the Public Access Emmy.
Wouldn't that be shameless? But I see Joe DeLuca over here.
Coach extraordinaire. Is he down there?
Yeah, he's down here.
Look at him.
He's Joe was a very prolific meatball maker. He prides himself on his meatballs and gravy.
Well, we haven't tried any of that yet.
Yeah, they don't. Joe doesn't call it sauce. He calls it meatballs and gravy.
Gravy.
Yeah.
Gravy is brown. Sauce is red.
Well, if you're Italian, gravy is.
Listen, we're in America.
Yeah.
We're in the United States of America.
We're just saying. I mean, if you're Joe DeLuca, you're calling it gravy.
All right.
Okay?
When I think gravy, I think of Putin.
Oh, my God.
Boy.
You know, I got to say something.
The cheese curds on the top.
Okay, so I went to Montreal for a vacation.
Tell me there was.
And I had it like 4 or 5 times, and it was better at Chez Vachon.
Chez Vachon does a good job
than it
with
was
that.
in Canada.
Set to kick is Roy for the Astros from his own 40. This one's low and fast along the ground. Fielded cleanly. Here's a razzle-dazzle. That's Pollo. He's going to the sideline, trying to beat him. Nice stiff arm. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 31-yard line. But what a
kicker made the tackle.
Let's see if we get that on replay.
Yeah, so Pollo gives a stiff arm, but the kicker lays some lumber into Pollo.
Here we go. Pollo makes
the
end.
Number 6. Bam!
Bam! Good tackle by the kicker.
Yeah.
You know, you might be a kicker, but the kid's a senior.
Yeah.
He's tackled a few.
Oh,
He's been
I love
tackled.
it. You love it.
That's a great tackle.
You love it. And he's getting a lot of people tapping him on the back.
Sure he is.
That's awesome.
He's going to school Monday at
Yeah,
Hero.
yeah.
Just for that.
Yeah, we even liked it up here. Way to go, Brandon Roy.
Hanault with Picard in the backfield. 3 wideouts on top of your screen. Picard gets it right up the middle, really dragging, trying to dive and duck and dodge, but he can't escape the Astros' pickup of 1 hard yard on the play with 5:19 on the clock.
You know, earlier in the game, Goffstown was having a little bit more success in terms of creating space for Picard. The last 2 to 3 drives, not as much.
And it doesn't seem like there's any more variety of running backs. It seems like it's all Picard right now. High snap. Hanault gets it. Ball's loose. Hanault grabs it. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9. 3rd and long for the Grizzlies with just under 5 minutes here remaining in the first half.
So a couple of things that I'm noticing, too, again, the importance of the center position is that you got to give the quarterback some good snaps. And the last couple have been high. And then it takes the rhythm
Max
off.
Young is the senior.
Yeah. So
Max Young, 66.
So Belanger.
That number 60?
He's got a lot of options here.
Big pass. Pass is complete to Perry. Big play by the Grizzlies at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 as we're in Astros territory. We're going to see this replay here, Scott.
So just a great concentration by Perry. You know, he's one of the players, like today, I can honestly say, like, he's stepping it up. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
Perry's been all over the place.
Perry's been all over the place.
This is a pro set.
So Will Sasso is in for Goffstown. He's wide out in the lower part of your screen.
Hanault and Picard on his left. We're going to maybe
and
see some
that'll
flag.
be a defensive flag because I think they drew the offense. Should be defensive.
Scott, some confusion on the field here. Tell me who the center is. That's 76. That's Belanger. Okay.
Yep. So this is big.
Everyone here, sophomore.
So if you look, at
First and
Goffstown,
5,
Alan,
Scott.
if you look at Goffstown's receiving core on the lower part of your screen.
Will Sasso, sophomore.
Number 9.
Caden, sophomore.
All sophomores here.
9, Duvall, sophomore.
Future of Goffstown football on the field right here.
Jared's getting some calls from
Picard bumps it out, comes right back. Knocked down after a pickup of about maybe 1 yard on the play.
We had a really
Looks like 3 yards.
Alan, we didn't have a good angle to see what happened there. I was curious to see, did Picard have the ability to kick it out? I can't really see it. It looked like he went to the inside. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, he definitely dodged back.
Yeah.
From the Astro 26-yard line.
This is very helpful when you have a 1st and 5.
Now it's 2nd and 1 for the Grizzlies. This is the deepest they've come so far in the game with 3 minutes on the clock. Picard gets the call up the middle.
Big
Easy
hole.
first down. Picked up about 6 yards on the play, Scott. That's 1st and 10. Now they're at about the 20-yard line.
And number 23, Marcus Terrio, has good for a Goffstown first down. 1st and 10 at the Astro.
So, again, you got your same set out there with 3 wideouts, Alan. Let's see if they're going to.
Now you got 4th on the top of your screen. That's Hanault. But Picard gets this call up.
All right,
Picked up some more yards, Scott.
So
They're
here's
moving
what
the ball.
here's what I think has happened is that by the threat of that formation, 3 wideouts, they can't stack the middle of the field against a run.
So it opened it up for
it's
Picard.
opening it up a little bit more to run between the tackles, which is what Goffstown is doing. You see what I'm saying?
Top of your screen is Jeremy Hanault, and then
you
you got 3 on the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, you've spread out the field, so it's a formation change for Goffstown.
It's a keeper. Hanault keeps it himself. He's wrapped up right away by number 23 for the Astros. That's Terrio.
That was a beautiful tackle by Terrio.
Scott, that's going to bring up 3rd down or no, 2nd down.
2nd down, probably
We're
7.
at about the 2-minute mark here in the first half.
Or a goal, I should say.
From the Pinkerton 11-yard line.
Oh, so it's 2nd and goal from the 11, and Goffstown's got to get points. There's no doubt about it.
Well, we need points on the board to go into the locker room with a little bit of encouragement here.
And I like what Coach is doing is that he's just wearing the clock down because you don't want to give Pinkerton the ball back.
Scott, notice the
with
shift.
time.
Hanault rolling to the left. Looking to pass off his back leg, and he has a complete touchdown for the Grizzlies. Number 19 is Sasso, the sophomore. Grizzlies 6 points with no flags on the field. That's going to be a clean 6.
So let's look at this replay. Sasso, if we could show it, he's wide open and a beautiful throw. Here we go.
Sasso is going to find himself open, gets the separation
and
and
a
coverage.
really nice throw in between the zone defense there.
Threading the needle for sure by Hanault. Set to kick the extra point for the Grizzlies is number 42. That's Kyle Pinard. Yeah, we got a lefty here. Good snap, clean set.
Oof.
Almost deflected over the crossbar. Could that have counted?
That was ugly.
That was ugly, yeah. That wasn't good.
That was really ugly. I heard that that Carly Lloyd had tried out for Goffstown, but got cut.
Well, the Grizzlies are on the board, Scott, with 1:42 remaining in the first half here at the Grizzly Den on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Grizzlies trail by 8, 14-6. We'll be kicking off to the Ash.
So really a nice drive by Goffstown, and I think this is where you got to give credit to the coaching staff because they saw that Pinkerton was really stacking the line, putting like 8 guys up, and then by spreading things out, by having a 3-4
wide receivers
formation, it spreads things out, and it allows that offensive line for Goffstown to create some more holes.
When you're a sophomore, junior defender, and you spread out the field like that, all of a sudden everybody's assignments get mixed up. They don't know exactly where they need to be for coverage. It's going to create opportunity somewhere. Grizzlies set to kick. This is number 42, Pinard. Set back is Albert. Number 29, Andrew Gilmet. And also number 9, Yanko.
Short kick.
Cleanly received. He's marching up the field. Ooh, nice hit. Knocked out. Oh, and a big hit by number 80. That's Strickland on the hit. Stands him up. That's Andrew Gilmet on the carry for the Astros on the reception. We got an instant replay here. We're going to see a big hit by Strickland right on the sideline, Scott. Oh, we cut it out. Okay. Maybe that Emmy won't be coming our way, Scott.
We got a little work. We got a little work for the Emmy. Listen.
It's first game. It's first game. 1:35 on the clock in the first half.
So do I get like a supporting? I get supporting actor, right? You get best actor.
Sure. Potvin right up the middle to McGinnis. Nope, Wilson, sorry. No, that is McGinnis. Close to a first down, Scott. He's going to be just shy.
Yeah, clock's running. Hinault with a beautiful ankle tackle there because he's given up about 100 pounds on that play. But he didn't show it there because he just went beautiful textbook tackle. You just can't, if you're Goffstown, you can't give up any big plays here.
Look at the fullbacks in the backfield. It's McGinnis right up the middle. He's into the secondary. He's got a much smaller person on him. That's Perry. What a tackle by Perry. On his back, slid down his waist, slid down to his legs, and brought him down to the ground.
This is, if you're Goffstown, this is exactly what you didn't want to see happen. You don't want to give up these big 20-yard plays.
When you have a fullback that size going into the secondary.
Well, I'm just saying the clock is running. Now, Pinkerton hasn't called any timeouts.
Potvin spinning around. That time it's Wilson.
He's
moving the
5-6,
field.
Yeah.
That's going to keep the clock moving.
They should be calling a timeout here if you're Pinkerton. And
yep, we got a timeout by the Astros.
And this is a good thing for Goffstown, too, because honestly, you can see they look winded.
Oh, Scott, all of a sudden, Pinkerton's going to the fullback right up the middle.
Well, they had success early on with their fullback because Goffstown was keying on the running backs. So there's your
senior captains.
Yep.
We got Baxter, Young, Devine, and Rush.
So I'll tell you, the story so far has really been it's Pinkerton's grinded out form of football, and they've been very aggressive. And you know, I got to give Pinkerton a lot of credit. They're consistently running the ball, and it's like if you're going to beat us, you're going to have to tackle us.
Yep.
And if it were not for those 2 fumbles, you know, who knows
they
where
could probably
we'd be
have
right
6
now.
more points.
They might have another 6 or another touchdown.
Potvin leads the Astros out of the timeout with 43 seconds. They are 2nd and 5 from the Grizzly 27. Has Albert and McGinnis. McGinnis, quick pass by Potvin. Pass
I love that play. Look at what 52.
Intended for Albert. Passes
I don't
incomplete.
know if we could show a replay on this one if it's possible, but Dalton had his hands up, ready to block the ball, which altered the throw, and then he just throws him down.
Well, he's 6'7".
Yeah, look at him.
You put your hands up.
Beautiful.
He's 9 feet 10. 9 feet in the air.
Yep. So a great play by Dalton. About 37 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Potvin with McGinnis, lone back. Wilson on the left in motion.
Goffstown's offside.
Potvin looking to pass, tosses it to Albert. Wrapped up right away by 43.
There's no flags? I thought
that's Jeffrey Hager.
Oh, it looked like he went offsides, but we're saying that they're saying here that he did not break the plane.
That's going to bring us down to 20 seconds, Scott. I don't see anybody rushing to call a timeout.
Yeah, this is odd.
Coach calls a timeout right now.
Alan, I don't agree with it. Why don't you call a timeout? You lost 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know why you wait 10 seconds.
You got a kid who kicked an extra point into the woods.
Yeah, he obviously wants the kick to be the last play, right?
Yeah, but you can't expect this kid to kick a 48-yard field goal.
You can't take 2 timeouts back to back.
Yeah. So
He'll be pushing it back for 50.
So they're on like the 27-yard line, right?
27-yard line.
Right,
That'll be a 37-yard kick. That kick.
It's 17. So you're looking at a 44-yard kick. You know, in high school football, that
can be done.
It can be done, but it's a stretch because you got to get it. It has to be low enough to kick it deep.
If he kicked it like his first extra point, maybe. The second one, not so much.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But as far as I'm concerned, he gets one of the plays of the game because he laid some lumber on Poyo. Oh, man.
That's going to make a highlight reel.
When a kicker does that, I'm sorry, but
everybody gets excited.
You got to get excited.
You're rooting for the little guy.
So they're all spread wide here.
Potvin with no one in the backfield. He has all threats to him. 5 receivers. He's going deep left. Pass is caught.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown. Helmet is off. That's 31. Zabriskie for the Astros.
I got to say.
That's a great pass.
Yeah, but that's not really great defense if you're Goffstown. And I say that because the guy got behind you so fast. I mean,
right away. Look at that separation.
He beat Goffstown.
Yeah,
and it was the same play where they scored the other touchdown.
With Coburn.
Yeah.
That puts another 6 on the board. That's 20
So
for the Astros.
That really kind of puts a dagger into things, and a beautifully thrown ball, too. You got to give the QB some credit. That ball, no one's going to catch that ball except for the receiver. And
Roy,
he just immediately, Alan, he had 2 steps on Hunault.
with 10 seconds, Roy easily gets the extra point. That's going to be 21-6.
Yeah,
Pinkerton leads. He kicks it well into the Triple E.
I will tell you, if it's a close game and we end up losing, that was the play right there, because you gave up a touchdown with
10 seconds and a half.
12 seconds left on a 4th down and 4. That's a tough one. And, the other thing, too, is you'll probably have noticed there was no safety help at all.
No.
I mean, all these guys are –
Scott, from the 6-yard line, from the 6 yards of the line of scrimmage, there was separation. Yeah. And then he had Green in front of him the whole time. So
the big question is, what adjustment is Goffstown going to make? Because that's the second time that Hunault got beat deep on that receiver, and it was just right from the get-go. So either you're going to have to put a safety back there, or Hunault's got to play off the ball. But Hunault has been tremendous.
Well, they have been favoring the left side. Pinkerton
has. Right, but
so
I think what's happening there, and I think I give Pinkerton credit, is that Hunault has been playing unbelievably from his corner position to make tackles, okay? So if you're cheating up a little bit to make a tackle on the run and then they go deep on you and there's nobody coming over top for safety help, you're asking a lot of your cornerback.
Royal set to kick for the Grizzlies. Again, we have Pollo, we have Lopez, we have Perry, and we have Hunault deep. Mid-range, 43 Hagar, 34 Baxter.
And that's the other, typically on plays like that, you do have safety help, because it's a deep ball.
Scott, we're down to 10 seconds. I don't even know if we're going to be able to.
This will be kicked into the ground. It'll be a squib kick.
Yeah, good line drive that time over the head of Baxter. Pollo gets it, drops the ball on the handoff exchange to Perry. Perry is down on the 5 with 4 seconds remaining on the clock in the first half.
And that was just on the exchange. Yeah, so they'll probably take a knee if they're smart. You just take a knee,
drain the clock.
Yeah,
let's go into the half.
Quarterback over center, take the knee because you're only on your 10-yard line or something. So,
I think is he the 10 or the 5?
Yeah, so you can't screw around here. You just want to take a knee.
Scott, that's when those nice fields are well marked and
yeah. Yeah, you're right. This field
not marked today.
It's
usually it's fresh lime down, but
it's paint. So
is it paint or I thought it was like a dust?
It's paint.
All right.
So if they're smart, you just take a knee. I wouldn't even try to hand it off.
From the shotgun, he'll take that knee.
Okay, and
that's going to close it out for the first half here at the Grizzly Den. Your Grizzlies trail 21-6 over the Pinkerton Astros. Come on right back.
You're down, we'll do the kicking thing. You gotta come help me with the cupcakes.
shocker. And by the way, that is the Brewers' first goal as a varsity player.
Is it?
He's had tons of assists, always a bride, never a
He's
bridesmaid.
a great passer, and that's kind of why.
Well, did you see how he placed it in that far right corner there?
What a great
Oh my
shot.
God, just laid him out and put them to sleep.
Very nice. There we go. Now we're carrying it up the right side here. That's number 12, Jess DiMarzio, with the pass in the middle to Strickless. Strickless with the cross to Cabadon. Cabadon in front,
It's
scramble,
in.
and it's in. Very nice goal. Good hustle, good transitions. Driving to the middle. Oh, it's a tough ball. Oh, Cabadon's got it. Yeah! Very nice goal. It's a good insert. Nice job. It's Alyssa Gabadon's second of the day. Just don't want to give them a little fast break. It's about the only thing I gotta stop doing. Okay, Gifford throws it into the middle, hopes for the best. Oh, it's on Vo's stick. It's still on Vo's stick. And yeah, they scored again. Is that Gabadon again? That's a hat trick for junior Alyssa Gabadon. Playing fantastic.
Welcome back, Grizzly Nation, to Grizzly Den. Here with your Goffstown Grizzlies trail the Pinkerton Astros by 15 with the score at 21-6 rather, as we're getting set to kick off in the third quarter. Scott, what did you take away from the first half?
You know, my takeaways were a couple of things. I think Pinkerton was consistent with their commitment to the running game, but they also were able to exploit the pass in the sense that they took those opportunities where they were able to, go over top on our cornerbacks. And I think on that last play, where they scored the touchdown, that one was a tough one because the ball was on like the 35, 40-yard line, and a running play isn't going to hurt you if you give up with that many seconds left. So you probably wanted to either change up your defense, put a safety back there, again, to the threat against the deep ball, or have your cornerback play 10 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
So
I thought the Astros did a much better job in the second quarter moving the ball, moving the chains, moving the sticks, whether it be up the middle or creating the separation. They certainly got the bigger plays, but you got to give the Grizzlies credit, especially on that big breakout play by Perry, number 7. Nice there to get a first down, and then ultimately the score for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and the Goffstown Grizzlies stretched the field with those 3 and 4 wide receiver sets that opened up the middle.
Roy set to kick, and there it goes into the hands. Finally makes it to Perry. He hands it off to Poyo. Poyo running to the right side. He's across the 25, down at about the 30-yard line. Grizzlies will be 1st and 10 from their own 30. Just under 12 minutes here to kick off the third quarter.
It'll be interesting to see what Goffstown what adjustments they've made during the halftime. They saw that success, with those 3 and 4 wide receiver sets. And let's see if they kind of go back
look at
to
number 19,
similar...
the guy who got the touchdown. Sasso, number 19. He's a sophomore. Will Sasso, followed by Perry in the slot. And who's the one in closest? That's 24. Oh, all right.
Picard
gets the call, bumps to the outside, tripped up at about the 36-yard line. Picks up about maybe 7 yards on the play, Scott. Good coverage by the Astros, but good first down coverage.
Yeah, so with that formation, what that does is it stretches the defense out. They have to keep those wide receivers honest by putting a player on them. And that it forces them not to, they can't put 8, 9 guys in the box.
Yep, and look at there's your 4 receivers. 3 at the bottom of your screen. Grizzlies are in red, moving right to left across your TV screen. Right up the middle is Picard. He's going to have the first down, Scott, I think.
It's close. He might be. They're moving them.
They're moving the
chains. The question is, did Goffstown, were they late in kind of making that formation change? Because they went 3 drives before they did that. You can also get some passes out of this formation, too.
Maybe a quick short one. Hanault looking to pass. He's looking towards the middle, right up the middle. Passes behind, incomplete to Hanault. Trying the backyard pass.
Yeah, and that one, it looked like he was a little bit behind him. The brotherly love.
Oh, what a nice graphic. 187. Wow, 187, 128. Boy. Yeah, the Hanault twins. Brotherly love. Love that graphic. Hanault with Picard. Picard gets the call right up the middle. He's into the secondary. He's across midfield. He's down at the 45-yard line, grabbing his knee, Scott.
He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt on that. Looks like he landed on his knee.
It's an ankle.
I don't know if it's an ankle. It looks like he landed on his knee.
Let's see if we can get a replay, if possible.
Oh, he popped the helmet off. Yeah, It's
kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, boy.
He did grab his knee.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
He landed his knee on the ground, right?
No, it's just it looked like it was his ankle. It's tough. A lot of times, if your spikes get caught up, they get caught up in the turf, and then someone hits you.
Yep. He's
getting
helped up off the field.
He's not walking on it though. Oh, let's see if he is.
Yep.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Oh boy, I bet you he'll be back.
Yeah, he might be back.
Yeah, maybe not on this series, of course, but I mean, we'll probably see Baxter get the call.
Well, yeah, Poyo as well.
Put in the helmet. Oh, he's going right back into the huddle. No,
he can't. He cannot because he has to come out for at least a play.
So Poyo gets the call. Hanault brings the Grizzlies back. Clock starts. That's what we said, Poyo, right?
I'm always impressed by the sportsmanship of D1 football, of football in New Hampshire in general. Kid goes down hurt. Players are.
They all take a knee. They give him room. They give him space. Something's going on, maybe equipment failure. But either way, Dalton comes checking in right in for number 55. Yeah. That's Marin. I think it might have been a chin strap or something.
Yeah, same thing. It's like equipment.
Yep. Hanault back up.
He doesn't
right
even
on
know
the 50.
the play.
Perry in motion. Hanault keeps it. Runs along the outside. He's running right behind Dalton. That's a big body to run by. Steps over Dalton. He's down at the 35. Picks up a first down for the Grizzlies. That'll be 1st and 10 again. Boy, he stepped right over Dalton. That's a big body. But, Scott, he just let Dalton be a snowplow.
And I think what you're seeing here is really the size and strength of Jarrett Hanault.
Well,
I saw him last week.
Let Dalton just clear the way like a path.
But Jarrett Hanault, he is one strong guy, man.
Poyo in the backfield. He gets the call. He's going right up the middle. He bumps out, bumps back into the middle.
Nice run by Poyo.
He's still on his feet. He's across the 25-yard line, and that's a first down again for the Grizzlies with just under 10 minutes in the third quarter.
And you see here Poyo really, he does a little spin move, right? He kept his
feet moving.
He's got a good low center of gravity, too, which helps. You know, with him, he's got a lot of athleticism. It's just, I'm not sure, like when he's able to really see the hole, he's unstoppable.
Yeah, because he's going to get to it quick. Hanault keeps it this time. He's up in the middle. Grabbed by the shoelaces down at the 15, maybe the 14-yard line.
And that was a great shoestring tackle.
Scott, that's a pickup of 7 yards on the play for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it was number 48 on the shoestring tackle, Jake McGinnis. Goffstown's been very successful here.
This third quarter, they've certainly made their adjustments.
So Hanault, with 4 rushes for 22 yards.
Poyo bumps to the outside. He's down across the 10. He's close to the 5-yard line.
So that is the strength of Poyo. If he can cut it to the edge and get to the outside, he is so fast. You saw that.
Okay, coming back in is Picard with 9:13. Grizzlies trail by 15. They are on the doorstep. They're on the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal.
And he gets stuffed
right away.
There,
on the tackle, looks like that's number 48. That's Wilson.
But what I want to show you there is that, and I don't know if we'll get a replay on this one, but look at, again, it's that they were really stacked up in the middle. And the only way you're going to have to throw the ball to keep the linebackers honest here, because they're going to keep cheating. And even the guys that are defending the interior receivers, the slot receivers, they're going to cheat for the run.
Hanault from the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He's rolling a little right.
A screen pass.
Pass is complete to Picard. He's at about the 3 or the 2 yard line.
That was a nice play. Nice offensive play call. It was a screen pass. Let those defenders come in, and from there,
Hanault had plenty of time.
Yeah. Well, here's the kicker: is that it's 3rd and goal. I think around the 3, and what are they gonna do here? I think you got to go.
You got to go. Oh, well,
no matter what,
of course you got to go.
You got to put a touchdown on the board.
Yeah, put a touchdown on the board, and then go for 2. Right to Picard, right up the middle.
He's in.
No flags on the field. That's a clean touchdown for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies put another 6. They are 21-6.
Very, very impressive. Here's the replay here.
What a drive to open up the third quarter.
You got to give credit to the offensive line for the Grizzlies that just really broke open a ton of holes on this play.
But, Scott, from start to finish, very impressive drive for the Grizzlies to come out of that halftime and move the ball the way they did, and they are going for 2, just as I suggested.
What a beautiful run by Picard there, just right into that seam.
Hanault to Picard, up the middle, has the room.
He's got it again.
He's in again. There's 2 more. Grizzlies are only down by a touchdown with 8 minutes even in the third quarter. Grizzlies put another 8 on the board to open up the second half. Scott, very impressive.
Yeah, and I think you got to look at the right side of that Grizzly line. I think it was Kapos was on one of those. I think he's one of those players on that line. I have to check to see who's maybe the right guard. I think he was playing. He cut. Okay. Yeah. So on that one, just great blocking.
Getting word from our spotters that he cut.
Yeah. No, that he pulled. You were saying that he pulled on that one.
GTV has all the personnel scattered all over.
Yeah, well, it helps, So it's Goffstown trails now by a touchdown. And again, it really
This is
underscores that touchdown, right?
Yeah.
With 15 seconds
Sure.
left. But we got a whole lot of game left.
A lot
8
of
minutes,
football left,
8
Scott.
minutes. And really, that's really what Goffstown needed. They need to prove that they can put points on the board. And that was a dominant drive by Goffstown. Now they got to demonstrate they can stop Pinkerton, and they haven't really been able to do that.
No, let's see what they can do here. Opening drive for the Pinkerton Astros. They'll be set to kick by number 42. That's Pinard for the Grizzlies. Good booming kick.
Yeah, that was great.
Wow. Has him on his feet. He dropped it. He's back into the
gotta
end zone.
get it.
That's Yanko.
Wait a second.
No. That's a safety.
Wait a second.
That's a safety.
Yeah, I don't know what's going
He
on.
picked the ball up. You cannot go in the end zone.
That's a fumble into the end zone.
Yeah, Scott, what's doesn't seem to be any flags or anything on the play, and Coach Huff seems pretty damn calm.
The momentum of the ball. Yeah.
So we're getting some from our. We got to have a graphic with
Yeah,
Neil's
we gotta
picture.
we gotta get Neil-
and say like from the home office of
Yeah, I mean,
officiating or something.
So Neil,
Boston would never allow that to go without a penalty or some type, so that is a rule that's been consistent throughout high school football.
Right up the middle for the Astros.
and I tell you,
That's a pickup of about 7 yards on the play. That's number 48. That's McGinnis.
I tell you, Pinkerton goes whistle to whistle. You could see their offensive linemen are pushing all throughout.
And they're
until
driving
Yeah.
up the middle. They're going to keep that clock going, and they're going to keep the pressure on until they can finally spread it out one more time. And they're going to try to exploit the secondary of the Grizzlies.
So you got to wonder what we're going to be doing here on defense. Oh, now you got everybody in the box here.
Potvin rolls out is McGinnis. Wow, that was what we call a gaggle of Grizzlies, Scott.
Yeah,
There
but it was weird in that one because all of the offensive players were in the box. It was
they
crazy.
were all
Yeah.
packed in tight.
Yeah.
Scott, keep an eye on 37, checking himself into the game. That's Coburn. He already has one touchdown today up the sideline.
Well, that's my question.
And
is,
he's set at the bottom of the screen.
right? Are they going to try to go deep? Are they going to try to exploit either Poyo or
Maybe a mismatch as far as height, but speed, Poyo is not slow. Potvin rolling down. He's looking for Coburn. Pass is broken up nicely by
what a
Perry.
play?
Almost intercepted, but broken
I'm telling you,
up.
Perry's been almost the player of the game on defense here.
He's gonna.
That was an unbelievable play.
He's got the breakout pass. He's got some great tackles.
He turned his head around. He got his arm up there.
Great
That was a
defensive
really
play.
good. He got beat actually, but he turned his head around, puts his hand up, and gets the hand in there to break the ball away from the receiver. So,
But Scott, I mean, you could call that play. I
yeah.
mean, it was
so
4th and 3 for the Astros.
So Caden Perry is. I like the way Perry's being aggressive. Let him kick the ball over your head.
Grizzlies are in. It's a high
That's a
one, not
bad
going
kick.
far at
That's
all.
that's
terrible kick.
That's a net of maybe a yard.
That's a net from the line of scrimmage. That was a net of 5 yards.
Yeah, not much.
Grizzlies will take over in Astro territory with 6:41 remaining in the third quarter. They're trailing the Astros by a touchdown, Scott. Excellent field position. Again, really impressive coming out of the locker
Yeah,
room.
momentum shift right here. If you're Goffstown, you're able to drive the field on that first drive after halftime. You have a nice, stout defensive performance, and now you're back on offense.
But
they get a
offense
score here.
beginning to end.
Right, they
Now
get
the
a score
defense-
here. It's a new game, obviously.
Hinault with Picard in the backfield. Hinault in the shotgun. 6:41 on the clock. Hinault looking right away for a pass. He's going left. Pass is broken up on the play by Albert, intended for number 10, Lopez. Lopez wants that back for sure.
Yeah, and if that ball was thrown a tad bit deeper, I think that might have been a touchdown, but it was such that number 2 got his hand in there.
2nd and 10, Scott. I think you're going to see Picard take this one right up the middle.
Well, I'll tell you, I just saw Antonio just flatten a Pinkerton defender. Pulling.
Picard right up the middle, bumps to the outside, picks up 3.
Okay, that play. I don't know if we can get a replay on this one. I want you to see Antonio. He pulls and he flattens and he creates. He seals that corner.
Yep.
Number 58 for Goffstown. He creates so much space. You know, he occupies so much space, I should say.
Oh, he absolutely.
Yep.
He fell there.
Yep.
And he took, and it was a
But he's a
You
guy.
know what
that-
I've noticed all game, Scott? No, his shoulder pads or his shirt isn't covering the pads or something. He's having difficulty with the quick.
almost
Hanal
too big.
rolling to the right. He's looking for the pass. He's going deep. Deep pass.
Caught it.
Complete to Perry.
Touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Touchdown. No flag.
Yeah.
Grizzlies with a spectacular play in the corner. And there's our Perry again. Sophomore standout, Perry.
Win or lose, Perry.
Perry's
like I
going to
said,
get a star today. He's going to get a sticker.
He gets a sticker. He gets a cupcake or
Put
something.
a sticker right on his forehead today.
Beautiful throw. And that's a beautiful throw by Hanal because it's,
Caden Perry gets a sticker on his head. Terrific play, grab.
and,
Pinard going for the extra point.
and Hanal puts it on
to
a
tie the
place
game,
where,
Scott.
where basically only he can.
Pinard, plenty of leg. It's up. It's good. We have a tie ball game with 5:49 remaining here in the third quarter, all even. But
So
this
you're-
second half has
and you're
been
gonna-
all Grizzlies.
And you're going to leave me?
I have to leave at
You're gonna leave
5:49.
me? And who's
well,
coming?
listen, the depth of GTV Studios. We have Neil Vopel
It's
coming
called,
in for coverage.
it's called Next Man Up.
Next minute, do your job.
Do your job. Neil
the
is
depth of
next.
the personnel at GTV is amazing. Now, if Adam goes down, we're in trouble.
Right.
Listen, I'm not hearing anybody.
So it's
there we go, there we
So
go.
Alan's going to be Next Man Up, Neil.
I'm good now.
So it'll be Neil on play-by-play.
I think you should do the play-by-play and let Neil do the color. Yeah,
All
Neil's
right.
the expert in the field. Absolutely, Scott. You do the play-by-play.
All right.
Scott, it's been all Grizzlies second half. And it's a beautiful day. I think it's warming up, actually.
Yeah, great crowd here in Goffstown for just a wonderful fall day. You know it's fall, two things for me in New Hampshire. Football and Glendy, the Greek festival, the Greek food festival. I love that thing.
Just came back from Greece this year, Scott. Clean reception for the Astros. Baxter comes flying
what
in.
a play!
Grabs the shoelaces and tears them down. That's number 29 for the Astros, torn down. That's Gilmet, torn down.
I'm hoping we can get
by
a replay
Baxter.
here, but look at the
He
special
comes flying
teams play.
in.
Bam, and he got blocked.
Scott, nobody was stopping Baxter on that play. Great special teams coverage by Baxter.
Arguably, Alan, great special teams for Goffstown all game long. Wilton Geisenheiner had a great tackle. Poyo had tackle. I mean, just really good.
A lot of contributors on the special teams. Potvin is under center, has McGinnis in the backfield. Potvin looking to pass. He's going left. Passes out to Coburn. Passes incomplete. Just out of reach.
That's a tough pass. I mean, it's probably a 25, 30-yard pass out there.
But then it's a cross.
Correct. What I'm trying to say, too, is if you look at his footwork there, he had to throw all arm. Because it looked like he was fading away from where he was throwing.
5:38 remaining here in the third quarter. We have an all-tie ball game. Look at your bottom of the screen, Scott. Look at number 15. That's Gavin Auger.
Big hole. Big hole. This
Here's
could be
McGinnis
trouble.
up the sideline. He's across midfield. Wrapped up. Poyo bringing him down at the 35-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Astros deep inside Grizzly territory.
What a run. What a run by number 48, Jake McInnes.
Big play for the Astros. Breakout play with 5:30 in the third quarter.
Thank
1st
God
and 10.
for the speed of
And
Geisenheiner
Poyo.
and Poyo, because he would have been off to the races there. So, again, Pinkerton has that recipe. It's like, grind, 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 big play, right?
Yeah.
Grind, 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 big play.
Potvin handoff dragged down right away by, that's number 2. That's Cody. Ryan Cody for the Grizzlies tore down. Was that Wilson? Number 44?
Number 44
Was Wilson.
Yeah, Evan Wilson.
That's 2nd and 13, loss of 3 yards on the play. Ball's on the 40-yard line. Actually, yeah.
I still think, though, this will be 4th down territory. Anytime you get into the 40 yards or in, you're going to go for it.
Potvin this time
Nice tackle.
blocked right away.
See, we
Nice
get number
tackle.
43, I think, for Goffstown on that
Hager.
one. Hager. Jeff, Sammy, Hager.
That's number 47 on the carry for the Astros. That's Will Brown, another running back for the Astros. mixing things up a bit. We have a stoppage of play here. One of the Astros is down.
One of the things I like about Hager, I saw him at the Jamboree last weekend, Alan, and he's a senior. He's a leader. You know, you see him like he's pumping up the other players in the sidelines. So we're going to get a little bit of a stoppage here. We have an injured player for Pinkerton. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's already halfway up. So,
yeah. Number 8 for Pinkerton, that is Brady Dorazano. And he's up on it, and he's up.
Just walking slowly.
He's walking it off, and he's okay.
No gain on that last play. 3rd and 13 from the Grizzlies' 40-yard line.
3rd and 13. Clock picks up right away with 4:20 remaining on the clock in the third quarter.
So you got
tie ball game.
You got to figure that Pinkerton's going to go for it on a 4th down. They might not. They might punt the ball, but so this is a relatively big play. If I'm Pinkerton, I try to get at least half the yardage here.
They get to the line of scrimmage pretty quick. Potvin keeps it himself. He's looking deep. He's going left. Intercepted by 24. That's
good for
Hinault.
him. Good for him. Good for Hinault.
Hinault puts an end to Potvin's advance.
Well, you
for
know
the
what?
Astros.
Listen, he got scored on twice, so
listen,
give him a ton of credit.
As soon as that ball was in flight, it was closer to Hinault than it was their own receiver.
Right, Hinault played this ball beautifully deep and great interception.
Yeah, it was going to Hinault the whole time.
You know, a lot of football coaches will say it's like how you deal with adversity, and if you look at a play like that on Hinault, it's like, that's payback.
How you work with the adversity. You're down 15 points going into the half, and you come back, and now it's time, and you got the momentum. Hinault, Picard, right up the middle. Picking up some yardage, maybe about 5 yards on the play, Scott.
Yeah, so now you got the swagger for the Goffstown offense and their offensive line. And they're moving quick here. So they're trying to keep Pinkerton off balance by this quick set offense.
Sure, keep it moving, keep the clock going. They got the momentum. They're running downhill at this point.
They're spreading out. They've got 4 wide receivers. Single back.
They're taking their time now.
Yeah, now they are.
They're getting the call in.
And it looks like he just changed the play up.
3:20 on the clock. Hinault with Picard. Perry in motion.
That was movement on the guard by Goffstown.
Hinault keeps it himself.
I can't tell you why a flag didn't come out on that one. I don't know, but the left tackle moved, I thought. And I saw one of the Pinkerton coaches was kind of questioning, like, what's going on. There hasn't been a flag, I don't think. All game, if I'm not mistaken.
No flags.
There was one, okay. Oh, yeah, a defensive offsides by Pinkerton.
There's another one. Nope. Everyone's set back.
It's a big 3rd down and 1 here. Goffstown really needs to kind of extend this drive.
Hinault, Picard, bumping to the outside. A lot of coverage by the Astros.
I don't know.
Brought down by McGinnis.
I don't think so.
No, he's short.
Yeah.
2:30 on the clock.
Yeah, you got to punt here.
That's 4th and 1. You got to get some separation and get him away from here.
You got to punt. You can't. There's no alternative here.
There is, and it's called going for it.
No, he's not going for it.
The punter is not on the field, Scott.
This will be a pooch kick. Kick.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So Picard is going to punt it. All right. So Picard does an awful lot for the Grizzlies.
But if it's smart, it'll be a direct snap to Picard, and he punts it. He pooches it.
Nope. Hinault with a quick pass out.
Oh, my God. With good hands.
That's Lopez.
Okay.
Lopez with the first down. Gutsy play call.
Oh,
give it to Justin. Give it to the coach for a gutsy play call.
You used the word gutsy. I would use probably a word that couldn't go on the air, but it was thrown behind him.
Lopez going right. Listen, that's the second time today Lopez has gone to the ball. Not wait for the ball to come to him.
Lopez has the hands on this team. A lot of drops. Lopez hasn't dropped it. Oh, he beat him, too.
Right up the middle. Picard fighting for every inch. You got about 8 yards on that carry. We're down to the 1.5-minute mark. Grizzlies continue to just make.
All right, so I'm going to say what I see. Okay, I see Lopez being able to beat his guy, which he just did. So if they do a play action type pass, I think Lopez can go deep.
Pollo checking himself into the backfield next to Hinault. Lopez, bottom of your screen. 3 wide out on the top of your screen.
Beats him again, see?
Hanault looking to pass, looking to the top, going deep. Has Perry. Perry catches it. He's still on his feet.
Holy cow.
He's at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. Grizzlies with a big play, second big play by Perry today.
Here we go.
Breakout play.
He kind of throws the ball up, and Perry just makes the play. I mean,
talk about hands.
I'll say that one could have been intercepted. I mean, Hanault, that was not the greatest pass in the world, but Perry made the play.
Perry's making the play. Hanault with Poyo. We're down under a minute. Tie game. 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies inside Astro territory. Hanault looking to pass immediately. Rolls to his right. Still on his feet. Scrambling. A lot of trouble there. Down at the 45-yard line.
That's a classic
throw
where you
the
throw
ball away.
the ball to the sideline.
Scott, what did I say earlier in the broadcast?
It's like
you never see high school quarterbacks throw the ball away.
I know, but he lost 10 yards on that play.
Yep.
He lost 10 yards. I mean, and he was right by the sideline, right?
Yep. Scott, that's going to do it for the quarter. I don't even see them getting off another play. It's 10 seconds. Clock is running. They're not even fully at the line. Yep. Yeah, I think they're going to get one play here right before it horns.
No.
Nope.
That'll
do it. Scott,
so you're
listen,
I can't believe you're
I know.
leaving
Listen,
us.
I'm leaving. I got to go to a field hockey game. We're going to bring up, again, the depth of Goffstown TV. We're bringing up Neil Vopel, former football coach. He's going to do a phenomenal job on the color. You're going to do a terrific job on the play-by-play.
This is kind
and the Grizzlies are going to come out with a win, and they're going to start the season 1-0. So I want to welcome Neil. Neil, welcome to the broadcast. And I'm signing off. Have fun.
So
Thanks
welcome,
so much. Great
Neil.
to be here.
Yeah, welcome, Neil. Glad to have you. So what do you think so far? I mean, crazy game.
Coach
Momentum
Huff
shift.
He's quite a coach. He goes in, he makes some halftime adjustments. He's running a little bit of tempo to keep Pinkerton off pace. He's got the momentum rolling. I think Goffstown's doing a great job. One of those plays on that scramble by the quarterback, Hanault, he can't really throw it to the sidelines, unfortunately, because they're very strict about the rules of an intentional grounding.
So for him, it was just a matter of either running out of bounds or, trying to pick up something.
Sometimes it's better to take the knee. I think he was trying to extend that play a little bit when he got 4 Pinkerton defenders around him. Probably best to just take the knee in that situation. He's played a heck of a game so far. He's made some clutch throws, and he's reading the DNs and the tackles really well.
So we've got one more quarter to go. The score is tied 21-21. A game here in Goffstown to start the season, and we've saw in week 1 a lot of blowouts for the most part in D1 football. This one, pretty close game, obviously, with tie score. So let's see what's going to happen here in the 4th.
Looking forward to it. A great game so far. 2 great programs going at it, playing hard. Coaches have got them well prepared for this game.
I like that too. Only one penalty, and that was an offsides, and that's a testament, I think, to the quality of the coaching, the discipline of these student athletes. So we got Hanault with
a trips
Picard.
Formation. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look to the outside.
Wide open.
He's wide open. There he goes.
And he's going, and that is a score.
Touchdown, Goffstown.
I tell you, I kind of called that before, as I said that Lopez
Scott
can beat him, and he did.
You've been high on Lopez all game.
I have been high. So that's a touchdown for Goffstown. They take a 6-point lead, and this is a really critical extra point. And you saw on the first time around, Goffstown's extra point looked shaky. So let's see if they can.
Absolutely. Got to get this snap down. You want to get that extra point.
For 42, Kyle Kennard to take the extra point.
Good snap. Good hold.
And
there you go.
There you go.
Goffstown with the first lead of the game.
So in the second half, it's really been all Goffstown. Some adjustments, obviously in that first half where they kind of spread out their offensive formation, right, Neil? I mean, they put 4 receivers out there.
Absolutely. Coach Huff does an amazing job of trying to disguise some of the things that he's doing. He gets his players very well prepared. He's put some confidence in Hanault, and Hanault has answered the call consistently all game.
So what are you looking at? If you're Pinkerton, what do you think that they're going to try to do here? I mean, they try to grind it out. What's their What's the recipe in the fourth?
Coach O'Reilly is a grinder. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for over 42 years. He's a heck of a coach. He's got a great program. I think what you just said, Scott, is going to be true. He's going to grind it out. This is going to be a typical Pinkerton drive here. They're going to try and eat as much clock as they possibly can, put themselves in for a position. Look for the counter here. Look for some reverse plays, going to the left and then going to the right. I think they're going to be in good shape. This will be a great test for Goffstown.
Yeah, I think their success, Neil, really was on those misdirection type plays where Goffstown's defense commits and then they get burned on the misdirection.
Absolutely. You really need to play your responsibility in your gap. That's a great kick.
Into the end zone.
Touchback.
Yep.
Came in pretty hot there.
Yeah.
You know, better that he sort of lets that go than try and field it and make a mistake, which would have been great for the Grizzlies to capitalize on.
So one thing that we talk a little bit about, Neil, is food, and I know that you come from the Bedford area, and I got to tell you, Bedford's got some pretty good food in their concession stand. And a couple of years ago, Alan and I did a little food tasting at all of our games, and
Did you now?
And Bedford came in a close second to Dover actually that year. But I had steak tips at a Bedford game one time.
Fantastic.
So we've got. Potvin under
Sends it
center.
In motion. He's going to be right
That's
up
a
the middle.
handoff to the fullback.
McGinnis, he's going.
And
there he
he's
goes.
he's lumbering, and he keeps
lumbering,
going.
Stumbling,
This
bubbling.
could
They
be
got to get
trouble.
him. They got to get him. There you go. That's that
massive
misdirection play.
Yeah. So a massive play, a tackle there by Hanault.
Hanault's been terrific on defense all game. That's
He's
a
the
tough
one. Yeah, but you know what? That was one where you get a fullback when he gets a head of steam.
Yep.
And kind of unstoppable. Goffstown has been very susceptible to that. Maybe they're keying too much on the running back, but
entirely. The misdirection is typical. You know, is tough when they got that guy going in motion. Your eyes want to go into the backfield. You just have to be disciplined. Here it comes again.
play in motion
Opposite
up the middle.
side.
That time they stop him though. That's number 48 for Pinkerton, and Jake McInnes. He gets stopped by Dalton.
He's a churn, McGinnis. He's a pretty good player. He's ran hard all game when they've needed him to. Goffstown did a good job of staying disciplined, playing some gap responsibility football there. Way to go, boys.
And I think it's like you said, it's that misdirection, where those times where they've run them up, it's on the misdirection plays.
Here comes Pinkerton, quick to the line. Surveys the field.
Pitch out.
Toss left. There you go.
Great
Wrap
play
him up.
by
That's
Baxter.
Great. Baxter's been big for Goffstown today.
Actually, they're going to call him Axter because he lost the B on the back of his jersey. It's a big 3rd and 9 here. If you're Pinkerton, Do
you go back to the well on the pass one more time?
I do. I do because so let's see if he bites. And look what we got here. Number 15.
Out wide, 15.
Yeah, Gavin Auger.
Look for the counter.
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
And he's got it. First down. So that was Wilson, who went right up the middle, and Goffstown had no answer for that one. And Geisenheiner, number 32, with the tackle.
Goffstown may have been looking past, and maybe they were playing a little bit softer up front.
Well, you know what? That's always the nice thing too. And I think when you have success like they did on those 2 pass plays, it's always in the back of your mind: are they going to pass it?
Absolutely.
And it's what's that called? Stretching the field, I guess. And they're going mostly to the left side of the field. I haven't really seen too many passes to the right side. Potvin under center, in motion is number 2, right up the middle, but a nice stop by number 52 gets a handle on him. That was Dalton gets the first grab, and I think it was Geisenheiner finishes him.
Dalton's been good. He's got to tackle a little bit lower. He's playing a little high.
Yeah, you know why? He's 6'7".
He is a big boy. I heard Alan say, he raises up his hands. He's about 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's a lot of football player there.
I mean, you look at him, and he's just big, man.
All right, this is an important stop for Goffstown.
We got a 2nd down and 9. And Pinkerton has had a lot of success, just like I said, running the football. And they're basically challenging Goffstown to stop them. In motion.
Sweep.
Misdirection. Fumble.
Ball.
This could be trouble if you're the Grizzlies. And number
there he goes.
32, that's that Geisenheiner, picks it up, and he's going to the house for a touchdown. Wilton Geisenheiner picks up a fumble, and that's a touchdown for the Grizzlies. Very, very unfortunate if you're Pinkerton there. I mean, and there was 4 Grizzlies with nobody around. So Wilton Geisenheiner, senior, picks up the ball, and that's his first touchdown as a Grizzly.
That's terrific. A little too much motion in the backfield. I think the snap exchange got bobbled. Geisenheiner does a great job of taking that to the house on a country ball. Congratulations.
So big touchdown. Hey, look at, and Geisenheiner, he could see it, and he tucks the ball all the way in his chest, so he knows he's not going to get stripped from behind.
This is an impressive turnaround by Goffstown.
Yeah. And here is the extra point attempt. And that is good.
Nice.
So Goffstown now leads 35-21 against Pinkerton. It's all Goffstown here in the second half, but, it's not without a lot of, effort in terms of when you look at what they've been able to do. So, they've been running the ball very aggressively.
You're absolutely right, Scott. I think Pinkerton's going to have to come out, and they're going to have to look to pass more often than not. You might see a couple different formations come out in front of them.
Yeah.
But Coach O'Reilly's been in this spot before. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's a terrific coach, and he's been doing it for a long time. So I wouldn't think that the panic button has been hit yet, but time is getting short.
So, Neil, what do you think now in this grind-out type of football, now with 8 minutes and 40 seconds, does that change the calculus at all? Or
I don't think so. I think Coach O'Reilly's going to go about his game plan as he normally does. You can tell that he's been in this situation before. He's going to manage the clock like he would. I do think once we get to down about 4 minutes, you're going to start to see them having to pass if they're still down by a couple touchdowns at that point. The kicks from the kicker from Goffstown have been really on point today. I would think he would try and put this one as deep as possible and pin Pinkerton back at their 20.
Yeah, I think it's always dangerous in high school football with these kicks. These
absolutely.
Anytime they can go to the house on them.
They go a little pooch kick.
I don't know if I like that much, to be honest with you, because you're giving the ball up at the 40 pretty much, and I don't know. I think it could have kicked it a little bit deeper into the hole.
Pooch kicks are really hard. Over at Bedford High School, we like to do our pooch kicks quite a bit, and we're pretty successful with them. He's looking to find that open area. I think he got under that a little bit and left it a little bit short, but you're right, Scott. I probably would have kicked that one deep.
A little bit, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I understand the whole purpose of trying to kick it to an open hole and then kind of letting, seeing what happens if the ball, just kind of dies right there. But that one we gave up too many yards, I think, on that kick. They're starting off at the 39-yard line. Potvin under center. He's going to be throwing.
He's got him.
Deep ball. And
that's a great play.
Broken up. Hinault has really made some adjustments, and I think he's been on him now on those last 2 or 3 plays. He almost picked off this one as well.
Scott, you're absolutely right. Hinault has really risen to the occasion. He was taken advantage of a little bit in that first half, but he's come out strong, and he's really shown some maturity for a young football player. Really impressive effort by him today.
As I was telling Alan, it's not, the bad things that happen, is how you react to those bad things. And Hinault is clearly reacting well.
He's really elevated his game. Here you go, another pass. Little misdirection. He's got him on a seam route.
Oh, that could have been a flag.
Yeah, there's going to be a flag there.
It's a push-off. There's no
most
doubt
definitely.
On number 11, right?
Yep.
So Poyo pushes off. Now, this is not like the NFL, right, where you don't – is it a spot foul on these? Or
spot foul.
Yep.
I think Poyo made a pretty good decision there, to be honest with you, because if he gets beat, that's an automatic 6 right there.
So has much time come off the clock here? It's 8:20. It doesn't seem like it's right. Oh. So I missed that one in terms of it's pass interference, right? Or hold. What do they call that?
I think they're going to get him on a pass interference on that one.
Okay.
So I believe that's a 15-yard penalty.
15-yarder. That's what I'm saying. It's not a
spot.
penalty where
no, the ball isn't automatically placed 15 yards from
the NFL. It is, but not in high school ball.
In the end zone.
So they're at the 45-yard line. Potvin under center. Single back. Here's a pass again. He's fakes
Pump
it.
fakes. Oh, that's a great play. He's got to get him. Wrap him up. There you go. Okay.
By number 2, Ryan Cody, and he's been in the backfield a couple of times today, and that's about a 7-yard loss.
That was
Neil.
a good play, absolutely. I think Cody did a good job. We'd prefer that he sort of wraps up and hits the quarterback rather than jump and miss him, but this time he was right. Great play by him.
And you said it, Neil. They're opening it up now. It's like you could see that they're starting to throw the ball. So we've got a little under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. Goffstown leads 35-21.
Just a terrific comeback by Goffstown. Let's
Yes,
hope
sir.
they can finish and put this one away for
This
the
is
W.
a long one, a 2nd and 17. Cody under center, single back. In motion is number 44. And that is a handoff to number
Counter.
2. He's got
There
a
you go.
lot of room.
A lot of room. Wide open. You got to wrap up. You got to get him. Nope.
That's a touchdown,
That's
folks.
going to be a touchdown.
Again, so that's just a great play by Pinkerton. That is number 2, Jacob Albert on the touchdown. Sloppy tackling by Goffstown, and also there was just a big hole there. It's that misdirection play.
That counter play will
Yep.
get you every time. He doesn't run it often, but when he does, it's usually pretty successful, and he'll go back to it. I think Coach O'Reilly is looking to go for 2 here.
Yeah, and I tell you, this is exactly what Pinkerton needed. They needed to respond. They've been shut out in that second half, and that was a big, big play. And it's kind of like what their theme has been: grind, 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 get a big play.
Absolutely, Scott. You're totally right.
And they're going to go forward
spread 'em out
here,
wide here.
for a 2-point conversion, 2 backs,
Look at it.
2's in motion,
There
up
you
the
go,
middle.
McGinnis
That
is
is
a
it.
big
He's
boy.
got it.
That's right.
So now it's just a 6-point lead for Goffstown, 35-29.
A lot of football left.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Goffstown's got to look to control the clock. They've got to grind away here. They've got to make sure that they don't give up the football. They're in a good spot here.
They need the hands team.
You know, it's interesting that Goffstown has really, they've done well on the passing. And I think in some of it's just the guys who have just been going up and grabbing the football. And when you look at that, it's really Caden Perry, 7, has caught, like, I think 3 balls where he's just haven't really been great passes, but he's just attacked.
He's been good. He's been strong to the ball. He's pulled down a couple ones. He's made the most out of what he's been given. That's a nice job by him. Got to wonder if Goffstown is going to look to do their typical dealer
Yeah, it has
formation.
not. Yeah, it just has not worked. And if anything, they're almost better off. I mean, if the ball is kicked, say, to the 25-yard line, they're almost better off just running it forward and get it to the 35, 40.
I would be surprised if he kicks this deep. I'd look for more of the line drive. They're set up in their diamond formation for the return.
Yeah, I kind of like that one that they did before where they do kick it as a line drive kick. It makes the timing so much harder for that razzle-dazzle play.
There's a new kicker in for Pinkerton.
Who's that? Number
90?
90.
Yep, more of that line drive.
But right to him.
There you go. He fakes the handoff. He's got a lane. Keep going forward.
Yeah, you'll take that 32-yard line. That's number 7 for Goffstown, Caden Perry.
Like you've said, Scott, Caden Perry's had a great day for the Grizzlies here. Continues to do that on the return team.
Well, if you came out for high school football today, you did not get disappointed. A 35-29 game here in Goffstown, and just been an awesome game all around.
Plenty of time left. Coach Huff is going to manage this clock pretty well. He's going to put the ball in the appropriate player's hands.
Obviously, a score here for Goffstown would be huge.
Absolutely. There you go.
Big
middle.
hole up the middle. And that's Picard, and he must pick up, about 6 yards on that play. And like you said, the clock keeps a running. So Hinault is getting the signals in from the sideline.
No reason to rush.
Yep.
He'll check out his defense. He'll look over to the coaching
You got
staff.
trips to the lower part of your screen. I got Picard as the sole back.
Linebackers are playing off a little bit. They're going to show blitz. He backs out of it.
Doesn't have much there, though. But he keeps fighting, and he maybe picks up 2-3 yards there. It'll be a third and about a long 2, maybe 3 yards to go. You know what's crazy with Huff is that, it wouldn't surprise me if Huff went for it. If it's a 4th down and 1, he'll go. Most coaches, he's kind of crazy with that stuff. So here we go again. Same formation with Hinault and Picard
He's got the trips
to
formation.
his left.
He's pressing up. There you go, QB keeper.
He has got
it.
Oh, maybe
That's a great
not.
play.
No, he's not got it. He's short by a yard.
The line judge marks him a little short.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So 4th down, and let's see what he does here.
Might try to draw him off sides here.
You know, it's so strange. This is classic Huft, you know, and he always seems to go for it in these crazy situations.
Might look for that pooch kick like you guys mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but you're giving him a really short field.
Backs out of it.
And Picard can punt, so. Nope.
Fumble,
And he
fumble.
fumbled.
Ball
Well,
is loose. The ball
it
is
wouldn't
on the
have mattered
ground.
anyway because they were going to
They
turn the
stuffed at
ball
the line.
over. So that's a big, big defensive stop if you're Pinkerton, number 23, and that is Marcus Terrio with the ball. So gutsy call by Coach Huft, but did not go well for him. And now Pinkerton will take over on that fumble at Goffstown's 38-yard line. So big turn of events here.
You know, Scott, you spoke about adversity and how Goffstown is going to respond. This puts them in a really good spot to test that theory, see how they respond to this sudden change of the game.
Yeah, because momentum is definitely shifted in Pinkerton's favor. And here's a
There you go.
handoff
Here's
up the
McGinnis
middle.
again. They've got to bottle
and
him
he
up.
gets stopped. Baxter is in on that tackle, as well as number 3, Jarrett Hinault. So Baxter kind of got an arm in there, and Hinault cleaned it up. Clock keeps running at 5 minutes, 9 seconds. And, again, this is 4th down territory for Pinkerton. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt, Scott. You're right. All right, they get set to the ball.
And
Middle.
that's
Oh,
a
he's got him. He's
handoff,
got him. That's
but
a
number
great play by 43.
Woo, that
Great
was,
play sniffing that
that
out.
was Jeffrey Hager. And that'll be a loss of about, 2, 3 on that play. Big 3rd down and 12.
So, Scott, I'm going to tell you to look for that counter play again.
Yeah.
If not, isolation on one of the sides.
Yeah. And they've taken advantage of Hinault on the lower part of your screen, number 24. But Hinault has made adjustments in the second half. And there's really no safety help. You can see number 7 for Caden Perry's playing pretty tight to the line. And it's going to pass it.
Misdirection. Here you go.
And
He's
here
got
comes
him.
the throw. And he
boy.
breaks it up. So
That's
Jeremy
a great play by
Hinault
Hinault.
breaks it up. He doesn't go for the ball. He goes to knock the guy down. And good job by Hinault. So let's see if they're going to go for it on a 4th and 12. I think you do.
I think you have to, Scott.
You go, Jeremy.
And Hinault made a great play to the ball there. I think that ball was a little underthrown.
It was. He beat him. I think he beat him initially, but he didn't have the arm strength to get the ball deep.
Not on that rollout going to his opposite direction. You're right, Scott. That would have been a tough throw. This is a big play here for Goffstown.
Yeah, I would agree. I think if they get a stop here, it's going to be pretty tough for Pinkerton.
It's time to manage the clock. Bleed that clock dry.
So this could be one of the plays of the game. There's always plays of the game, but this one is definitely one of them.
This is a big one.
I'm always curious when the receiver comes out in earnest like that, number 15 in the low part of your screen, number 2 in motion, and we've got a counter up the middle, and that's stuffed. And that'll be a turnover on downs by Pinkerton. So Goffstown's defense is stout, and that was number 52, Dalton, with the stop. So, Neil, that was impressive defense by Goffstown when they needed it.
Absolutely. They bared down. They didn't let them get outside of the situation. Nice job by the defense rallying to that, not jumping offside, staying disciplined, committing to run support defense. Nice work.
You know, I've been doing this, I think, like 4 or 5 years, and I don't think I've seen a game on the first week of the year where both teams have kind of played so disciplined.
You're absolutely right, Scott. This has been a real pleasure to watch and be a part of.
Usually they're sloppy in the first couple.
No, both coaches have these guys ready to go.
Up the middle is a run.
Up the middle.
And he gets about 3 yards. And let's see if we see any timeouts here if you're Pinkerton. I don't think you have to at this point. Not yet.
No, I think you got some time before you start to do that. They should be nice and slow to get back to the line. Hinault's looking over at the coach for the play. Taking his time. Coach Huft has made a couple player substitutions.
Yeah, so number 19 is in the game, Will Sasso. He's a sophomore. Number 10, Jonah Lopez, who scored a touchdown. He's in the bottom part of your screen. So you got 4 wide receivers, 2 split on each side with Picard in the backfield. The arm is raised. They got 10 seconds to go. Now you got to count down. You got to snap the ball, my friends.
Sends him in motion.
And that's a delay of game, and I saw that one coming.
You did, Scott. You called it. You know, part of that, some of the inexperience. First game, like you said, some of those jitters. I think they were analyzing that play a little too much. Probably should have just snapped it and see what was going to happen on some sort of run play there.
A timeout was a
Timeout
called
Goffstown.
before.
That's
There is
right.
no flag.
No flag.
There is.
No, that's Al's mistake. There is a flag. There is
Hold
a
on.
flag.
We got to see what we
Okay.
got here.
There is a flag.
Some different opinions
Yeah,
here. Apparently, he did
He
call
called
timeout.
timeout. So we got it from the referee. He called timeout before there was a delay of game. So it should not be 2nd and 14 then.
No penalty on that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
3 minutes, 25 seconds left in this game. It's been a heck of a ball
You know, I
game.
tell you, those little subtle things. I know 5 yards. I mean, a delay of game penalty is a lot. But Huff always seems to he knows, and he calls that stuff. I saw him even at the Jamboree. Same thing. He had to call a timeout.
Coach Tuff is an excellent coach. He's very well prepared. He knows how to manage the clock. He's been doing this for a long time.
So we've got 3 minutes and 25 seconds. And really, Neil, this is all about if Goffstown can execute and get a 1 or 2 first downs, this could be game over.
Absolutely, Scott. Sends him in motion.
He's
gonna keep it right up the middle.
He's got space.
All right.
So that's going to be a 3rd down and a long 2. And the only thing I don't like is Jeremy held the ball not Jeremy, I'm sorry, Jared held the ball like a loaf of bread out there. You want to keep that tucked in because you don't want somebody to hit your arm and fumble.
That'll be a coaching point in film session. You know, we want you to carry that ball high and tight, get the eagle claw wrapped around it. You're right. We don't want it like a loaf of bread. Too many bad things can happen.
So Hinault in the backfield with Picard. We got trips to the lower part of your screen. Big here. And
There
he
he
can
goes.
push the pile, and he's
He's
got
gonna
it.
be close.
I think he's got this. He definitely has it. He is beyond the
Yes, you're right.
halfway point.
First
and
down.
that's a first down. So this is an opportunity now to kill more clock if you're Goffstown.
Absolutely. They're getting down to the critical stage.
So now it's all about ball security, Neil, and can they hold on to the ball?
For a young Goffstown team, this is going to be important. This might be a testing point for them already in this young season.
And if you're Pinkerton, you got to go for the strip.
Absolutely.
So sometimes that means you give up yardage, but you got to go for the strip at this point.
You want every hat on the ball. Absolutely, Scott. And all takes his time, surveys the field,
Picard to his right.
checks with the staff.
And again, they're just looking to take as much time. You got to go. You're going to call timeout again then. They're going to call timeout again. That's what they're going to do. This is all strategic. So Huft is using his timeouts to go to really kill
Milk that
every
clock all the way
Yep.
down. Absolutely. He's
At
got
first, I'm like,
down.
what are they doing here?
Yep.
But he's got one more timeout to go. And it also, arguably, you're giving a breather to the defense when you take all these timeouts of the offense. But you know what? His guys are going both ways, too. He's giving a little breather to his offensive line as well.
Wants to give them a little speech, tell them,
Yep.
Settle your nerves. We've got this, guys. We're in a really good place. Let's not make any foolish penalties, no offsides, no false starts. You can do this. Definitely an opportunity to settle the nerves and tell them that they're doing a great job.
All in all, win or lose, impressive game for Goffstown. A very, very young team. A ton of sophomores that are starting today. I'm just so impressed with the discipline and the patience of the team today.
Absolutely. I think it would have been easy to sort of pack this in when Pinkerton went up and then started to go into their run game, which was really hard to defend. Goffstown's really risen to the occasion here.
So we've got Sasso near side of the screen. He's number 19. Again, same formation. 3 receivers on the
Look
lower
to go
part of the
inside
screen.
zone here.
Little bit of
There you
Poyo.
go, Poyo bouncing it outside.
Oh, he bobbled it.
Yeah.
You see that?
That was
He
close.
bobbled it.
Yep.
So I think this is where I think if you really care about the ball security, I think Picard is probably your guy. He's kind of used to getting hit in the hole. Not the guy, not Poyo, who I think is more of your guy who likes to kick it out and use his speed. So here's where I think you just want to change it up if you're Goffstown. Just put it in the hands of the person who's going to protect it.
Absolutely. You don't want to put the ball on the ground here. That's a critical point.
The one thing that I have to say, there was a couple of surprises in this game, and one was, I think it was a 4th down play. It was down here where they threw the ball, and I think it was number 10. It was Jonah Lopez, a little bit behind him, and he caught it.
Great adjustment.
And I just, it makes you wonder, do you think that Goffstown is going to throw the ball here and stop the clock? Because Huff is kind of crazy. He does this stuff.
I think he sort of he's like can smell the blood in the water here, and he wants to finish. I'd be surprised if he put it in the air. I might look to do a quarterback keep here, or maybe a little more inside zone. But your point about putting it in one of the heavier backs' hands, probably a good.
I just think you want to. I trust Hinault in this as well. So now Picard is to his left, and they're blitzing up the middle.
There you go.
And
big push by McGinnis.
Yeah, they sniffed that
tough.
one.
Absolutely.
They sniffed it, and they'll call another timeout here. So this will be their second timeout, and now it's a long 3rd and 15. And they just it was all hands on deck, all up the middle.
He knows that they didn't want to go outside zone. They didn't want to put the ball in the air, so you send your big guys up the middle, and that time it worked. There's just too many men to block in that type of situation, and McGinnis plowed through.
Now it's almost a no-brainer to run the ball because
absolutely.
There's really, and I say that because, if you pass and it's an incomplete, you're just giving them a timeout. And with only a minute 52 left, I think you're better off forcing Pinkerton to call another timeout and have them, pretty much score a touchdown on you with no timeouts.
You want to make sure that you're protecting the ball here in this situation. Maybe a quarterback draw. Try and keep it in the quarterback's hands, get a little bit of positive yardage, and then punt it away.
What an excellent game here in Goffstown. Goffstown leads 35-29, under 2 minutes to play. Anyone's ball game here. It's football. We know the ball bounces peculiarly. So let's see what happens. So is it Pollo in the backfield? I can't see.
I believe it is.
Yeah. And he gets the handoff up the middle, but he's quickly corralled
inside run.
by Pinkerton, who calls the timeout quickly with a minute. Well, first of all, it can't be a minute 52 and be a minute 52, right?
I think there were a couple
was it minute 57? Or?
I think it was a minute 54.
Oh, okay. It just seems odd that only 2 seconds went off the clock.
Coach O'Reilly was real fast on that timeout, too. That was a quick whistle.
I'll give you that, but I'm surprised that the coach hasn't said, hey, can we take a look at the clock on that? Because that's almost impossible. Referee is coming over to the scoreboard. Thank you. So,
Scott, you're right. Way to go.
Yeah. So it's I think they said 146 is
146
is what I thought I heard. So Goffstown will be in a punting situation. Pinkerton is going to need to put the ball in the end zone and then hit an extra point to win the game. And all that is going to have to happen with no timeouts.
That was not smart.
So it's a 4th down punting situation for Goffstown. And we've seen crazy things happen, Neil, on punts.
You want to make sure that the punter gets this one. He handles the snap cleanly and kicks it away, and then let the defense take over. It's going to be a tough situation for Pinkerton if this is a deep punt.
And they've got 2 back, which is also a little bit unusual, but it's smart. Can you imagine if you threw it?
That's a pretty good punt. Good coverage. He's right there.
Let it go. Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it.
I touched it a little too early.
You don't want to do that
right.
because you kill 3 or 4 more seconds.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant to. I think his left hand hit that one by mistake.
So let's talk strategy if you're Pinkerton here. Grinding it now you really can't do, but you've also picked up 30 yards on running plays, and you've scored on running plays.
Yeah, I would think that you would want to try and go outside zone here or look to pass. Anything up the middle is going to be tough unless he breaks one for a long run like he did before.
So the only thing that I'm curious is that are you going to see if you're going to see Caden Perry? I don't like that Caden Perry's so far up.
There you go. He drops back. He's got to get his hand on it. Okay, he's got to wrap up, secure. There you go. You're okay.
But now the clock stops while they move the chains. And again, if you're Goffstown, you can't give up 15 yards on a whack here.
Not at a clip like that.
No. So now the clock will resume. You can't give up that many yards. I'm not a big fan of prevent defenses.
Drop back to pass again. He's looking at him the entire time. Little stick route.
I don't like this at all. This is like, here you go, take it. And the other thing I don't like is that if you look at Goffstown's linebackers, there's no attack. There's no pressure up the middle.
I think they might be thinking in the back of their heads for an inside run, maybe some type of draw play. He might be able to get one of those off, but he's definitely going to have to go outside or for a pass.
But even on that one, it's like he went out of bounds, so he stops the clock at a minute 15. So
A little bit tighter coverage here. Drops back.
No pressure. That's a hold. That is a holding play.
All right, that's a great
and
play.
That's a great. And it should have been a hold on number 78.
That's a tough sack to take.
Yeah, so the clock keeps running here, but that was a hold all day long. Number 52 got held and tackled to the ground. I don't know if we can show that on the replay. I guess we tried, but that was so now we got
Pinkerton fast to the line here. They're going to try and get one off.
Got to get pressure up
back.
the middle.
Fake handoff, roll out right. He's got him over the middle.
Nobody's there.
He took his hands right off it, unfortunately.
So we got 45 seconds left. We got a 3rd down and 16. The difference between those last two plays is that Goffstown's getting pressure on the QB.
And at this point, it's going to be strict pass. There's no way that they'll be able to pull up some type of run. Like the way the Goffstown defenders were pressing. I got to say,
I'm a little bit dismayed at how quiet the crowd is here, with 45 seconds left in such a tight ball game. Even the sidelines are quiet, Neil.
They are kind of quiet. You're absolutely right.
Now I'm hearing it a little bit, but
there you go.
So let's see what Goffstown can do defensively. Potvin under center.
Kicks him in motion.
In motion.
Fake handoff. Oh, he's got him. Oh.
He's got to stay up. Got to go with bounds, and he does. That's a 4th down.
That's tough. Stops the clock.
Yeah. That was a key play, though. If he stays in bounds, tough. So this is the play of the game here, folks. 4th down and 9. Goffstown stops them. The game is over.
No timeouts. About 38 seconds left on the clock, Scott. That was a gutsy call by O'Reilly going with an outside run.
I would agree. And he almost got tackled.
Almost.
Yeah. Under 38 seconds to go. 4th down and 9. Definite passing play. Will Goffstown get pressure?
Fake handoff, drops back. He's got it.
There's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
It, folks. That is it. So Goffstown brings the blitz and takes out the quarterback. That would be Jeff Potvin. And we got a player down on the ground. And that'll do it. So I'm always curious, Neil. We interview players after the game. I know I got one. I know a couple of things. So Caden Perry is one of them.
Absolutely.
Okay? He's definitely one guy that I want to see. And so as far as I'm concerned, he's definitely player of the game. I mean, look, 87 receiving yards, 4 passes defense. I mean, this is just a crazy game for Caden Perry. He's number 1 in our book, okay? There's no doubt about that one. So now, who else do we got? Talk to me. You watched the whole game?
I like Ryan Cody. I thought he had a heck of a game for Goffstown. He came up big on a couple plays, getting some quarterback pressure, especially in this 4th quarter. Goffstown's going to be in their victory formation here.
All right, and all you got to do is snap the ball. And I was always curious why they – and that'll do it, and that's it, right?
That'll be it. They won't make them run another play.
So we're going to go and talk to a few players. I'm also trying to think here in terms of defensively what we saw. I think Jeremy Hinault, and I'm going to say I want to talk to him because I want to know what adjustments he made because Hinault got burned on 2 plays, and I want to know how he overcame that. So he's one guy I also want to talk to. We usually pick one more.
I thought he was terrific. I also like the play of Matthew Dalton, number 52. He was big with some interior pressure.
So that's what we got then.
Hey, Scott, congratulations to the Goffstown Grizzlies for a great victory here today at the Grizzlies.
So we got a final score 35-29, and we're going to go down to the field and talk to a few players. But a big, impressive win for Goffstown, overcoming 13-point deficit at the halftime. And I thought the wheels came off the bus at that last play. And they really overcame things. So with that, I want to thank you. My name is Scott Gross. I'm with Neil Vopel, and we'll see you next time. All right, so